you so well. I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you. Welcome. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3, and I think it's safe to say class is in session. A very good morning to you. I'm Zoe Brown. I'm standing here with Graham Riches as well as Carl Wasey.
Yeah, pick your subject. Definitely art.
I'm an art teacher, you know I'm an art teacher. I look like art or maybe like design and technology, maybe.
What type of teacher do I look like?
Wait, you look like the life orientation teacher.
I was going to say business studies or something. It just smacks of the real world.
Right.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Class is in session, so you better take your seats and get ready for a jam-packed Wednesday on your Feel Good Breakfast Show as we continue with, and we're loving this one, our food truck takeover on the Culinary hotline. So this morning we're going to shine the spotlight on one of the best in the biz.
Oh, yes.
Talladega Grill in Lansdowne. Legendary co-owner Shabir Parker brings with him 3 delectable recipes. How he chooses which 3, I don't know. But we're talking about living legends here.
Well, actually, we put in a request, Graham, on your behalf. So we've asked him to whip up some pulled chicken tacos.
Thank you. I'll take
How
it.
does the mac and cheese with a twist sound? That was my personal request. And then the Philly cheesesteak roll.
I'll just get out of here.
On the menu for
Just
today.
get out.
Okay,
Get out of here right
let's
now.
not stop the cooking there because we also have the winners of Season 3 of Colour Your Plate. So we got Zalda Hennessy that's going to be there, with Hlatse Mate is here as well. So they're going to join us in studio to reflect on their journey. Plus, they're going to make their winning dishes for us to try, well, to Graham to try.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
It's going to be great.
I'm going to press pause on the fast this morning, and with good reason. The food is going to be amazing. Stick around. If you're going to cook along, take photos and ask questions. We've got some geniuses in the house, and we want you to get inspired about this notion of the food truck. In fact, we're going to take it a step further and put it to you guys. If you actually owned your own food truck, what would you call it, and what with different brownies, I think. I love it, browns. And just look out for it. It'll be a beautiful brown truck as it goes around. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you this morning. If you are inspired to get out there and start your own food truck, what would it be called? And what would you be serving? We'd love to hear from you. You can hit us up on the socials. But right now, we do still have an actual job to do this morning, and we're going to get into that right now with those news and those sporting headlines, and then touch on the weather.
Let's do just that, and starting with national news. Now, SA's passenger rail agency, PRASA, says it's on track to recover and rebuild the service and rail infrastructure in the country. This comes as the 200th new high-tech train is set to launch in Cape Town. Transport authorities have also restored 31 of the 40 lines nationally, and nearly 300 damaged and vandalized stations have been refurbished. Improved signalling, new trains that run more frequently and with greater safety. National Transport Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga says these are some of the strides being made in the overhaul of the country's passenger rail service. Now, another national sports coach is set to receive an honorary doctorate. The Cape Peninsula University of Technology has announced that an honorary doctorate's degree will be awarded to the coach of Banyana Desiree Ellis tomorrow for her contribution to women's soccer. Now, last year, the team reached the 2nd round of the FIFA World Cup under her leadership. The Order of Ikamanga Gold was awarded to her last year, and earlier Northwest University announced that an honorary doctorate would be awarded to Springbok rugby coach Rassie Erasmus. Now, international news now. The UN has asked Britain to reconsider sending asylum seekers to Rwanda. Yesterday, the British Parliament passed legislation to allow the migrant deportation scheme to begin. The UN says the Rwanda legislation is the wrong solution and will violate the country's commitment to the Refugee Convention. It says the legislation creates a dangerous precedent. Early yesterday, 5 migrants attempting to cross the English Channel to Britain were found dead near the coastal town of Wimereux in France. And Ukraine is suspending consular services for male citizens aged 18 to 60 abroad as part of a drive to beef up numbers joining the military. Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said protecting the rights of Ukrainians was still key, but the main priority was to protect the homeland from destruction by Russia. Russia has a big advantage in numbers and weapons on the battlefield. Kiev recently lowered the age of mobilization from 27 to 25. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said a full-scale Russian offensive is expected in the coming weeks. And Kansas City in the U.S. has a new star. His name's Jeffrey the Fearless Goat, which recently found himself perched some 25 meters above the ground on a small concrete ledge just below the top of a bridge. Jeffrey's not a mountain goat, which can ascend vertical heights with ease, but that didn't stop him from climbing to the precarious perch. Once a resident of the KC Pet Charity, he was adopted earlier this year, but the call of the wild and to do something truly great was too much. So Jeffrey escaped. Fortunately, Jeffrey was saved after a daring rescue, received VIP treatment, and was back on his hooves, ready to embrace his next adventure very soon. And apparently he is the greatest animal of all time as well. And that is it for news for now. And a Feel Good Breakfast Show, of course, there's going to be another news update in 1 hour. But let's take a look at all the action, including football. Here's G.
I think there's a honey badger out there that would dispute that call. But let's start with some actual goats out on the field. In fact, it was an incredible night last night in the EPL. Let's start there. Kai Havertz and Ben White, they shone as Arsenal dominated Chelsea 5-0 last night, propelling themselves to the forefront of the Premier League table and that title race, of course, increasing some pressure on rivals Liverpool and Man City. It's going to be quite a run-in. Alongside goals from Leandro Trossard, Arsenal's emphatic victory sees them surge now 3 points clear of Liverpool and 4 ahead of Man City, while the title's fate lies in City's hands, I think, with 2 games still in hand, unfortunately, for the rest of the pool. But Liverpool, with a game in hand themselves, they'll face Everton in what's going to be a heated Merseyside derby tonight. Then staying with Premier League news, Aston Villa has now extended the services of manager Unai Emery. That's up until 2027, and understandably so. He's had a phenomenal season. Emery's tenure has been marked by remarkable progress, transforming Villa from a relegation-threatened side when he took charge in November of just 2022 to contenders for Champions League qualification, currently sitting 4th in the Premier League. And Villa are now 6 points ahead of 5th placed Tottenham with 2 games in hand as well, so looking really good. And additionally, they are eyeing European success, progressing to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League, where they will face Olympiacos, so it could be a stellar year. Then we turn to athletics, and we've been watching this one bubbling under. The European Court of Human Rights has now confirmed it will review Caster Semeny's appeal against regulations mandating female athletes with high testosterone levels to undergo medication. So scheduled for the 15th of May, the hearings come after Semenya, a double Olympic champion, of course, won a previous legal battle against Switzerland's last July, citing discrimination from the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Now, despite her classification as having differences in sexual development, Semenya, who has always been recognized as female, has refused to comply with World Athletics testosterone regulations since their introduction in 2018, and she continues to fight that fight. Now let's turn to Formula One, and teams will now convene this Thursday, that's tomorrow, to consider a proposal aimed at extending the point-scoring positions from 10th to 12th place for the upcoming season. So the matter is set to be discussed during a virtual Formula One Commission meeting. Yep, they also go to Zoom, involving both the FIA and commercial rights holders, along with other sporting regulations as well. And while 6 out of the 10 teams must approve the proposal for it to go further deliberations are anticipated. It gives us more to squeeze out of the sport. I'm there for that, but we'll also watch that space really closely. Brand new day, middle of the week. Let's see what Hump Day has in store for us weather-wise.
Thank you, Graham. The South African Weather Service has issued only one warning for today, namely an alert for extremely high fire danger conditions in the Tsatsebane and the Siatemba local municipalities in the Northern Cape. Authorities urge residents to bear in mind that wildfires can be incredibly destructive, posing significant dangers to both humans and animals as well as to the environment. It's therefore crucial for people to be extremely cautious and mindful of their actions. Simple precautions such as avoiding outdoor fires during dry and windy conditions and adhering to local regulations can help prevent wildfires and protect lives and property. Elsewhere, the country can anticipate warm and clear weather, albeit some areas experiencing fog and scattered rain. That's your weather update. Remember to share those sunrise views with us. We would love to showcase them at 7 o'clock as well as 8 o'clock. And that number is 063 408 8863. Let's take a look at your temperatures for today.
Writing a letter to Appleton, just hang on a sec.
Are you going to say hi?
Winter is here.
No.
Okay, just let it go. 36 degrees still.
Uppington is honestly like you get mercury in Uppington by the sun. It's like
and
that.
then the
It's
surface
great.
of the sun, so it sits just below the surface of the sun. Just look after yourselves out there. In fact, you can stay indoors and get excited about the possibility of winning big. You can look forward to playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2. It's always big, you know, but this is a big one. 25 million rand in total estimated jackpots today on your hump day.
You should play it, all right?
Yes.
So you can play Lotto for an estimated 7 million rand, Lotto Plus 1 for 7 million rand, and Lotto Plus 2 for 11 million rand. And you might be one with that winning ticket. So you could be Mzansi's next multimillionaire, but the thing is, you got to play. But how do you play?
It's so easy, and you can do any one of these. You can go in-store, just walk right in-store, smile and ask for a ticket. You can go to nationallottery.co.za on the website. They'll give it to you even if you don't smile. You can go onto the mobile app, you can go onto your own cell phone banking app, or you can pick up your phone right now and dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Simple.
Exactly. Easy peasy. Now, for your convenience, all these details are on the Expresso social media pages, so go check them out to make sure to get yourself in the running to win your share of 25 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1, Lotto Plus 2 jackpots. That's today, so play right now.
Good luck. All right, I'm feeling pretty lucky this morning.
Oh, you are?
There's something about this jacket, and I'm just loving it, man. Nina Brand is here. She's going to be performing just for us. Forget about you guys. It's just for us. We've got a private show coming our way. We absolutely love her. We cannot wait to catch up with what she has been doing on her musical journey.
It's going to be a thriller. I'm telling you that now. But of course, we've got some autumn looks for your babies. Of course, you know that it's fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all of those looks out there. And I'm going to be very honest with you. It's going to be super cute. I've seen them.
Overload.
No, proper cuteness.
Overload.
I can't wait. Hey, stay right there at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso. Goeiemorgen, good morning. And joining us is born and raised South African pop artist and singer and songwriter Nina Brand, who recently released a new single, Ruined Love for Me. And I feel like you need to take a peek because this one's been all over my timeline.
Could you blame me for going out and moving on? How could you say those things and act like I'm the one? And you said you needed space, babe. Your game's caught up for too long.
You give me South African Taylor Swift vibes. You are, like, the lyrics, the sound, the melody. I mean, you also started out when you were extremely young.
Yes.
How have you found that transition now that you're a little bit more older? And, you know, did you take your listeners with you on this journey, or how has the transition been for you?
Yes, I think it's definitely been such a journey. I did start off at 16 on Idols, and I think the listeners I had back then were definitely fans of the show. And now I've just expanded. Those listeners have come along, but I've met so many more people and such a bigger audience now. So yeah, it's been an incredible journey.
Oh.
Do you know that I've been tagged in Ruined Love for Me videos over and over again?
Really?
Yes, I have. People love you. I'm just saying. They tag me. No, they tag me first. And I love the song, by the way.
Thank you
And
so
I think
much.
it's really incredible. And this particular track, without being self-explanatory, I'm sure there's a bit of deeper meaning around Ruined Love for Me. It sounds like something happened. Are you okay?
I am fine.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. But I mean, let's just say, for anybody who doesn't understand the interpretation of music, Ruined Love for Me, give us the idea behind the song.
Yes, so I think, I mean, we all go through hardships in life, whether that's a breakup or really anything. I did go through a breakup, but I think with the song, I really wanted to write something that would just speak to everyone and in every part of that journey, where you start with being heartbroken or whatever you're facing, and to really feel all of those things along with the song. So whether you're starting to heal, I mean, in the bridge, I say, I'm happy now. And that is true. Like, towards the end of that journey, I healed and I became happier. And I think, like, I just really, really wanted that to speak to whoever's listening. And maybe only in 5 years they healed, or maybe someone gets broken up with in the next 2 seconds and they have a place to go to and a song that they can listen to.
That's great.
And I always say this, songwriters and musicians have the power to, you know, so often you're so caught up in your feelings, and I'm one of those people where can't always express what I'm feeling in the moment, but I always find a song that says it for me, and through your songwriting abilities, you do exactly that. Now, I know that you're also a student, you're busy studying and finishing up at Vega.
Yes.
And how has that influenced perhaps your music, or has the music influenced your career choice?
So I'd say the studying branding, it definitely has helped my career. I think every individual is a brand, and I came to realize that with studying strategic branding. So I think I understand a little bit more of, you know, it's a process, it's a hard industry to be in, and there are lots of ins and outs, and I think I have a better understanding of that now. The marketing, the presenting yourself, what I don't know, who you want to target, just all these little things.
It does make sense, though. What's your surname again?
Brand.
Oh. I'm just asking. I'm just saying maybe there was something in it. I don't know, but I had to go there. Apologies. So when it comes to you, there's a lot more, because I heard that you are quite an action junkie, an adrenaline junkie. You love your riding bikes. You love football as well.
I do.
Which is great that you're so dynamic in that way.
Yes.
How's the football going?
It's going okay. I picked up a few injuries last week, but it's been amazing. I think with being a musician and also studying, there's so many things you do individually. So I really wanted to get back into team sports and be around a lot more people.
What's that there? Hold on. Never mind the football. What's going on here? The biking.
Yes. So I used to love motocross. I don't do it as often now because I don't have a bike here in Cape Town. But Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I can see that.
It's a release.
Do you do water skiing as well every now and then?
I do wakeboard, yes.
Wakeboarding. Look at this. I'm sorry, Aditya, we did a proper stalk on your profile. We might bring up stuff from when you were 6 years old. That's it. Eh?
Do you bring any of that action pack to your music videos?
Not yet.
You
That's a
should.
good idea.
Should.
Yes.
Really should.
You should only do the water skiing.
Oh.
That's great.
Well, we're very excited that you're here with us today. Of course, we can't wait to hear you perform. I heard your sound check. I'm very excited because I'm a huge Taylor fan, Swift. Well, Swift, I just said a Taylor fan.
She's a tortured
Swift.
poet.
You know what I mean. I'm a big fan. So when it comes to the year ahead and also the vision that you have for your own brand, what are you seeing this year potentially having in store for you?
So I'm definitely going to be releasing a lot more music, that's for sure. And I'd love to see myself performing or opening for bigger acts, or being on a bigger stage. That is, at the moment, my biggest dream. And yeah, I'm hoping to make that come true.
Yeah, it's going to happen very soon. I can guarantee you that when you see Nina Brand perform for you, you're going to want Nina on your stage. I'm just letting you know, if you're an event organizer, watch this space. There's a new brand in town, and it's a Nina Brand. Coming soon. And, of course, here, a little teaser on your Feel Good Breakfast show a little bit later. But for now, we have some things to discuss and some memory lanes to walk down. And here's G.
Exactly, my friend. Maybe it's a song, a soundtrack on a particular series that you got stuck into. Maybe it's a moment, maybe it's a performance. Technology allows us to connect like never before, from turning our homes into our own personal theatres to sharing very fun memories, watching a great series with friends or family. Well, tomorrow, the 25th of April, it's going down. Samsung gives you the chance to get involved in this kind of fun right here on Expresso.
Yay.
So I wanted to put it to you guys, because this kind of started for me in lockdown, where suddenly like streaming series changed. You know, your content, your moments, because we lived in that bubble, it was like a different thing. And I can remember some series, us getting absolutely absorbed in a way like never before, because we lived in our lounges. Is it an awkward question to ask you what memories you have watching TV, Zoe?
Well, we're actually creating those memories now. So
Yeah.
I have this rule, no TV in the bedroom. But now we take the bedroom to the TV room. So we make a Christmas bed.
Fair game.
It is my
Good idea.
absolute
Fair
favorite.
game.
We make this massive Christmas bed, and I always joke and say, "Oh, the whole family's on the table, on the bed, because the cats join us." And it's
Aw.
just that's my favorite way to watch a movie.
100%. I'm right there with you. A family Christmas bed is actually one of the most connected things we can do as a family.
Yes.
It's so much. Takes about 9.5 hours to build the Christmas bed, and we're on it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, man. And you?
For me, Saturday mornings, waking up super early, before I used to work on Saturdays. Like when I was a kid, I remember Saturday mornings watching all of those kids' programs. I think there's nothing better than, there was actually a show called Dinosaurs. I'm going to show my age now.
Okay.
And Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, wow.
And it was all in the morning, and I
Word.
used to watch that, and I think that's the stuff that really got me. And I mean, everybody else would be sleeping, but I would be the one, switch the TV on and go for it.
You know, my boy is at home right now watching something on his tablet because he couldn't go back to sleep when I got up this morning right now.
Hold on, why? I'm not watching us.
I hope you've turned and you're watching us now, kid. I love you, boy. I absolutely love you, guy. So here's the bottom line. Tomorrow's going to be crazy cool on this show. Don't forget to watch tomorrow, because we have a very exciting announcement. New ways to shop, mind-blowing ways to shop, and a great, mind-blowing Samsung deal for your home.
What? How exciting. Well, we are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, it's Wednesday, which means that the Culinary hotline is not any hotline, it's the food truck edition, and Chef Clem is on standby.
That's going to be sensational. Of course, more action to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Stay right there.
There are stories of dreamers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show where we absolutely love to have good conversations. So yes, sometimes they're fun, but then sometimes they're very important. And that is why today, of course, when we think about our children, they're small in size, but when it comes to their mental health, they are monumental in terms of what we need to know. Today, we are going to be exploring some of these moments that sometimes find our kids being a little bit stressed out and possibly even having a little bit of anxiety, and how we can help them overcome, which is why we are joined by two beautiful ladies from the Medical Nutritional Institute, experts who are going to help us do just that. I am talking about CEO Marianne Duplessis, as well as researcher Ashley Smith. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
How are you today?
Good, thank you.
That's good. You guys look stunning, and I'm glad that you are here to help us navigate this thing that sometimes seems a little bit difficult. So, Ashley, I want to start with you, because we know that when we talk about stress levels, sometimes we can even see it just happening to even kids as young as 8 years old, where we see levels of anxiety. Can you explain to us why that is?
So stress can affect anyone that feels overwhelmed, even children. Stress in children is often a result of expectations that have been put on them that they can't always achieve. And these expectations can be from external sources, such as families and friends, or teachers and coaches at schools.
Yeah.
But it can also be their own expectations. In other words, what the child thinks that they should be doing versus what they're actually capable of doing.
And I mean, I think I've seen it even in young kids in terms of how it can affect them in school. But then can we kind of just even get into the fact that sometimes it's overlooked by the teachers, by the parents? And what are these signs that we can look out for in terms of trying to identify this?
So stress has a negative impact on a child's mood and cognitive function. Outbursts, mood swings, changes in sleeping patterns are all indications. And then children can also struggle to concentrate or complete their schoolwork, and there can actually be drastic changes in their academic performance.
Sure.
Stress can also make you physically ill. Some children complain of headaches or tummy aches. And then we must also remember that stress can have a negative impact on your immune system. And so children become more prone to infections and viruses, and actually requires a longer recovery time in order to overcome these illnesses.
So that tummy isn't always a lie. Sometimes we need to do a deeper dive into it to understand what's possibly going on. But then, boss lady, I want to come to you because we know M&I is always there to help. They come to the rescue. How are you here to help us with this particularly?
We know that stress affects your brain development, your mood, but it also weakens your general health, especially your immune system. And that's why we've developed Neurovon's Focus, and that is your comprehensive solution to protect and to build up your immunological and your neurological functions in your body. Now, it contains very unique ingredients that really gives your brain that physiological advantage just to cope better under stressful conditions.
Yeah.
It helps you to feel in control because it stabilizes your mood, and that is very important. Now, a very unique point about Neurovon is that it is fast working, so it helps you in that moment when you really need a little bit of assistance.
Yeah.
Now, we also know when we are tired and exhausted, we are more prone to stress. And that's when it really helps you to build and to protect your emotional as well as your physical well-being. It helps you with your stamina, and it also builds resilience. So it can really help a child through the day at school. You know, it's a long day for them. There's a lot of sports, a lot of extramural, and they sometimes just need that little bit of assistance. So Neurovon's Focus is really your ideal two-in-one product, and it comes in a sachet form, which is very convenient for our busy mothers. You can put it in their lunchbox or in their sports bags, and then you know your child's brain function and immune system has been looked after for the day. It can be used from the age of 7. You can buy it from any pharmacy or online from mnilifestyle.co.za, and they are always welcome to contact us if they have any queries or concerns. We are always there to help and to answer any questions.
Oh, wow. I love that it's a liquid inside a sachet and it can just go in the yogurt. They don't even need to know. I love that. And ladies, where were you when I was in school? Oh, my goodness. Well done to you guys for the great work that you're doing. I think you're making the lives of so many people so much easier. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. You see, it's that easy to place the baton of success in the hands of your children, making sure that those anxiety-ridden moments and those stressful situations, they are, in fact, able to overcome them. And we say thank you to M&I for it. Right now, though, you are still on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3.
Oh, thank you so much, gorgeous girl. Now let's get you prepped for season. From puffers in playful prints to some fleecy essentials. And then, of course, all those snuggly knits ideal for warming the littlest fingers and toes. This autumn winter is going to be a special one and a cuteness overload. Woolies has everything that we need to take on the frosty season. And here to take us through some of the cozy staples for kids, because there's lots on this particular range. And we're talking specifically on the kids and babies front, is stylist and creative director Taryn Oppel.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, we did it. We had a little, like, a disclaimer earlier, cuteness overload
I know,
coming.
that intro is actually perfect.
Next
You
level.
mentioned it all.
Next level.
Yeah.
There are so many, and these are staples, and I call them investment pieces, because I think we've still got baby stuff that looks brand new. For my first child, that we just kept in a box because it just lasts.
I mean, that's
so
Woolies
good.
for you. The quality is up there with the best.
Because they choose the right fabrics. They don't, not shackled within style or trend, they more set it. Everything within this range. So let's start with the fabrics, with the cuts, the looks that we should be delving into this winter.
So you can really look forward to the coziest fabrications. You've got your brushed fleece, you've got some corduroy details, obviously your knitwear, Sherpa-lined items, ribbed cuff details. No detail has been overlooked.
For sure.
And, you know, we're also looking at sustainability, where things have high cotton quantity. So it's really, really great product, and I cannot wait to show you.
It's the kind of stuff that you've got to be forgiven, because when you go into store, you feel it with your fingers, and then you want to hold it up against your face.
I do the
and go
same thing. Like, this is a winner.
And then you've got to buy it because now you've just touched your face
Yeah.
with it. This rail is a scene stealer, okay? I think let's walk through this incredible selection, because there is so much cuteness
There's
waiting
so much
to be
see.
unlocked.
I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more, but
Excuse
I really
the
want
pun, yeah.
I really want to touch on some of my favorites. So we're going to start with little Bubba.
Oh,
I know
my
you're staring at
word.
this number. It
Look
is
at it.
so adorable, and you can just see, I mean, look at the detail, the print detail on the inside. You've got your Sherpa little fluffy moments on the front. It's really, really cute, and a great layering piece.
And it makes the little one as snugly to cuddle yourself as she is feeling or he is feeling on the inside.
So
I
that's
love
something that you could really layer over their sort of cotton fleece sets. And these are mix and match sets. So in store, you'll find the plain colors with a little bit of a detail. But then you also get printed pants that go with these, so you can play around and have your baby look super cute.
Well, the problem is your baby's going to look cooler and more on trend than you. And that's a bit of a problem,
That's okay. That's okay. And then, of course, there's also your sets that have your little printed tights with the little swallow. I mean, how sweet, and the little Sherpa print on the front. Really adorable.
Absolutely gorgeous. There's something really special about putting little people in clothes that grown-ups wear, like skinny jeans, little
I mean,
tracksuits.
look at this. Have you ever in your life a little striped little bear? It's so cute. I can't. I'm literally.
Even if they wear that once, it's going in the memory box, and we're going to keep it then for all our days.
100%.
Oh.
We cannot forget the sleep suits, and these are, you can feel them, they're like
Next
sort
level.
of velour vibes, little popper sets,
wow.
and these also come as a set, so it's really good value for money.
And if someone is having a baby shower, that's the zone right there.
Because you cannot have too many of those.
And they're so
cannot.
accessible, the way the zip has been designed. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
And then over that, throw over a jumpsuit, little fluffy number, and I love that it's got little mittens on them, so they're extra warm and cozy for
They
the
literally
season.
become a teddy bear. They become your teddy bear.
Literally, I mean, it's got little ears.
Yes, I know.
You cannot get cuter than that. So that's on the baby front. We love it. And then when we're moving on to girls, so again, the textures. We've got to talk about the textures. And this is a really cool bomber jacket, zip-up bomber jacket with the rib detail on the cuffs that I spoke about. And this little fluffy cardigan. I mean, it's super cozy. We're going to see that a little bit later as well. And then the value items, which are these cozy brushed fleece
and
pieces.
that's nice because it's not too much, so they can pop on over. It can be a part of the kind of layer up. If they can play in it without getting too hot.
100%.
Really is a good
and then
balance.
you can go all out and put a printed tights with this, and then it's, you know,
yeah, no, I get that.
cuteness. And then we've got to talk about the puffers,
Puff it
because
up.
they've really gone all out with the comfort level, the warmth level, and also the trend level. These are obviously little heart print puffers for girls, which are really adorable. And then You've got your little furry hood or your
nice.
little fleece inner.
Because the magic is in the details. I love it. This is why creches struggle to get little girls to dress down at creche, because they tell them, oh, you're going to get paint on your clothes, don't get too dressed up.
they wanna
And you
look
watch the little
cool.
princesses walk in because they can. They look beautiful. Okay, so the bottom line is kids will be out. They need to get outdoors. They need to embrace the new season, and they need to be warm. How are we going to get them outdoors and having fun?
Okay. For boys, I really want to touch on this because you spoke about playing around and being comfortable, and you cannot go wrong with a fleece tracksuit. You can mix and match like this. They obviously come with matching pants in the same colors. And then one thing that I'm super amped about is Woolworths has really thought about passing these things down. I don't know if the camera can get into this, but it's got a little note over here that says, when you've outgrown me, please pass me on to a friend. And it has little spaces where you can write new names. And that's how much they believe in their quality and longevity, that you can actually pass it down.
Having an older brother, my little girl curses the fact that some of the stuff she gets is like, okay, well, I'm absolutely loving the stuff on the rail, on the hanger. We need to see it. On the kid. Can you bring in some models to show us how it's done?
Okay, cool. So should we bring Jaylee out? She's wearing the puffer that I spoke about. This is a little floral print, and then it matches her little frill neck turtleneck. Underneath, she's got her fluffy cardigan that we saw on the hanger, and she's paired hers with really funky boots and her corduroy type stretch tights.
I like the corduroy ribbing. It's comfortable, but it's got a little bit of pizzazz. Beautiful.
I mean, I can only imagine how comfy and warm she feels right now.
Ready to play.
And then for older girls, we've got Gabby in a very classic striped cardigan, and then the parachute pants, which is a trend piece.
Massive hot.
Very
right
90s, very cool. And then, of course, for boys, we've got the all navy, which the tonal is always a good way to go. It just looks very put together. So he's got his cozy fleece pullover with his puffer and his trackies.
Absolutely beautiful. Finish it off with some really nice statement shoes as well. They look ready to party.
They do.
I love it. I would say this is for the weekend, because they do look ready to be free and play and stay warm. Absolutely beautiful. The fabrics are insane. The range is incredible.
There's so much more.
Just so cute. I love it. And I'm thinking if you've got a mate or someone who is going to be having the baby shower, we have got you sorted. Absolutely cool. But you can help your little ones beat the brrr this season and get outdoors and have some fun. Shop these winter warmers and a whole lot more at Woolworths right now. Available in-store, online, or using their amazing app.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
So coming up in the Feel Good Breakfast Show, we got Graham and I going head-to-head to try and guess the meal. I know, what is it? Coriander? Is it cilantro? Is it dhania? We don't know. And then, of course, we got these two individuals for Culinary Hotline, because Talladega Grill are here to show you some stuff. So make sure you stay right there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning, South Africa. My name is Clem Pedro. It's Wednesday. We're in the kitchen, which must mean it's Culinary Hotline Bling! Toot, toot, toot! Yes, it is. And this morning, we're taking on the takeaway, bringing you the best of food truck culture. And I'm bringing someone to the kitchen that he takes all my money. He takes all my money. Shabir Parker's in the kitchen from Talladega Grill. Can we give him a hand? Woo! Shabir, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. I don't think there's been a week since I found out about you that I haven't ordered from you. Oh my goodness, that I've been on this little like eating healthy plan and I'm saving my one cheat day. It's for you. It actually says Shabir's day in my diary. Shabir, welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you so much for having us.
I feel like I don't need to introduce you. You are so famous. Like your food has just like taken over. It started in the Western Cape, now it's all over the country. You are doing big things.
Thank you so much.
It's amazing. It's an honor to have you here today. We're gonna cook, but I want to talk. I want to find out a lot about Talladega Grill.
Yeah.
So what is our first dish that we're making?
So today, to claim I'm looking at a theme of leftovers, which is, we've all got things in our fridge that just lie there and we end up throwing them away. And a lot of what we do, you can adapt whatever you have at home and make your own version of it at home. So that's what my theme is today. So, for example, our first dish is a pulled chicken taco.
Oh, yes.
Which, we've all got a leftover rotisserie chicken or part of it in the fridge or a, part of a chicken dinner that hasn't been eaten. It's just a matter of repurposing those things, adding some ingredients. You don't have to go out and buy stuff. Use what you have.
I love that. I love that. So, Africa, if you have any questions for myself or for Shabir this morning, send us a voice note to 063-408-8863. Shabir, let's start this chicken taco.
100%.
Okay, so like you said, we're going to be using leftover chicken.
Yep.
And I feel like that is something that's very, I want to say common, because when we roast as a family, we don't just roast the one chicken that we need.
Yes.
We'll always roast another one, lunches,
100%,
leftover dinners.
100%.
If you're going to put the oven on, make it like count.
Yes.
Do 2 chickens. So yes, we got our rotisserie chicken and we shredded it.
Yes. We've got some soft tacos, and you can use any wrap for that. You can cut it down to size if you want it a little bit smaller. Any salsa, if you don't have a salsa, just cut up some tomatoes, some onion, red onion or white onion, some coriander, and you can make a salsa, with simple ingredients, some diced jalapeno, some white cheddar, but again, use any cheese that you have. And yeah, it's a simple dish.
I like it. Okay, so let's get cracking. So first things first,
100%.
Tacos go down.
Yep.
So, okay, we're going to build as we talk.
100%.
So Talladega,
yes.
Who doesn't know the name Talladega anymore? But where did the journey begin? And I know this actually started pre-COVID. So can you tell me about that?
Yes. So the business started after a trip to the US, basically, where we had been road tripping through the US and we had just enjoyed so much great food. I mean, some of the best food that we ate in the US was from food trucks. And we sort of came back to South Africa with renewed vigor to try and do some of that, and basically kicked off the business. A couple of months later, COVID started. We didn't really have an idea of where we were going, during COVID. I think it was just sort of tough period for everybody, and we initially did a few pop-ups. Then we got into a dark kitchen because that was that was sort of the order of the business at that point in time. Got into a dark kitchen.
Contactless.
Yes, 100%.
Takeaways, yeah, or dining, yeah.
Yeah, and then sort of, mid to 3/4 way through COVID, we ended up actually building our own food truck. At that point as well, there weren't that many opportunities available for food trucks because, sort of gatherings and events were not really sort of happening. So. We then, at the same time as we kind of had our food truck running for a few months, we were then presented for an opportunity with a store. And still all during COVID, we ended up finding that people had an appetite again for wanting to go out. They'd been boxed in for so long that they were now actually looking for opportunities to actually go out again.
But still, I feel like it was a period where we're told we were set free in a sense, but we were still being cautious.
Yes.
So we didn't want to be sitting in those crowds. And again, that's where Talladega came in. It was an amazing trip and exciting because you knew what you were about to get.
Yeah.
And everybody got into the car, took the drive, and then came back home again.
Yes.
It was an event. It was an event,
and 100% was. And actually, as tough as it was for a lot of people, it was actually it was actually a time that I really enjoyed being in business because you got to face-to-face, not face-to-face, but you got to really know your customer, got to really know your client, you know. And I think things have changed a bit. You know, we've kind of gone back to a pre-COVID scenario, pre-COVID normal. And yeah, so Clem, as you can see, this dish is done in a matter of minutes.
It is. And wait, let me give South Africa a quick rundown what actually happened because I was lost in the conversation there. Soft taco, we went in when the mozzarella went down, a little bit of that salsa, jalapeno went down, and then the shredded chicken, everything just sandwiched together. Super simple, so easy. This is an amazing recipe, and if you want to get it, check it out on expressoshow.com. Shabir, I want to hear more. Okay, we're not going anywhere, but I want to just take a bite of this first. And you know the thing they say, you never turn a taco to suit your, like, you know? You've got to kind of maneuver your head to go in, so we're going to go in for a nice bite. So simple, but so delicious. Oh, Shabir, amazing.
Cool.
Now I can't talk. But anyway, get the recipe. Stay tuned. Shabir is going to be back with some more Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ding. Oh, Chef Clem, you're in for a treat today. Please save us some. Oh, but listen, if you are hungry, and I'm very sorry for this, we're in for some fun, and we're about to ask you to play along because it's time for another round of Guess the Meal. And today we are playing the butter edition because butter makes everything just so much better. I'm going to show my contenders, aka Wasey and Graham, a series of mystery dishes that are either served with butter or made with butter. That is the clue. And they need to tell me what they think it is. The image we show them is completely blurred. Here and there, I'll give them a clue, but let's play along and see if they can do it. And we're gonna wait for some delicious snacks for us to snack on. So how does that sound?
Beautiful. First of all, can we just make a note that Clem didn't invite anyone in for the tasting?
Nothing.
Didn't even have a thought of doing that. It was just like, woof.
Well, I already said I really like mac and cheese, so I hope that is a big hit.
Oh, so you've taken that off the table. Okay, now I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Let's see the first one on the screen. Let's get our first one on, and I've got a clue for you.
Okay.
I'm the best way to enjoy butter.
Toast, hey? Bread, toast.
What's your final answer?
Bread.
My final answer is bread too. It looks like bread. It doesn't look like toast. I mean, it would have
sourdough bread.
Let's
we must
see.
be nuanced.
Here's the answer.
Yes.
Bread. Well done, gents. Oh, well done.
Looks like a 50% rye, hey?
It does, and I love that type of bread.
Let's move over to our next image. Enjoy this one, gents. What do you think it is?
Fudge.
If you have a sweet tooth, you'll love me.
Definitely fudge.
It is fudge.
Let's see. Answer fudge correct. Well done.
I love the idea of fudge, but then I'll have like one bite. I'm like, oh, it's too much.
That's just
too
sugar.
sweet. It's just, it is.
It is delicious. It is delicious. Let's move on to your next one. And here's a bit of a clue. You love me the most in winter.
Rusks.
Oh,
looks like rusks.
It's a pile of rusks.
Let's see the answer. It is indeed buttermilk rusks.
There we go.
Okay.
That's a lot of rusks, eh? In one
many.
session.
That is a beautiful pile of rusks. Let's move over to your next clue. Okay. I'm similar to a rusk.
Butter cookies, eh?
Interesting.
What do you think, Wasted?
I'm going to say, well, scones.
Scones.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let's see.
Butter cookies. Boom.
Well done.
That's my lane. Who would have thought butter's my vibe? That's my lane. Okay.
Okay. So I feel like that's the one that set Graham ahead of the pack. Let's move over to our next blurry image. Do you know which one this is?
Whoa.
Your clue is I'm pricey but worth it.
Wow.
Ooh, I know.
Thanks, sir.
Well, thank you. Glad you know.
Make me feel so much better.
Snails.
Okay, no.
I don't know.
I don't, but that actually looks
garlic
like
snails, butter garlic snails.
Okay, you saying snails?
I'm saying prawns. Looks like
prawns. I think Westy's correct.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Garlic butter prawns. Very nice.
Why am I not playing? Okay, next one.
Because one of us would have died.
Yeah, someone needs a chance, okay? Someone else needs a chance to win something once. So just once.
Well, let's see how it goes, because you guys are neck and neck now.
Thank you.
Let's move over to the next image. It's a bit blurry, but let's see. Here's your clue. I'm popular at parties.
Called cupcakes.
Yeah, cupcake. I'm going to go buy 9,400 cupcakes. It's birthdays tomorrow, dude.
My word. You have to make them.
Do it.
Buttercream cupcake.
I'm hoping we're making them in studio today, and then I'm just going to bucky them on the way home.
Take them home. Okay, James, you have one more in you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's take one final look
Got
at
this.
this blurry image. And I know it doesn't look like much, but here's the clue. The more better, the more better.
Okay, I know what you mean. Porridge. It's got to be porridge.
I'm going to say oats.
Mealie meal.
More better, the more better.
Or oats. The more butter, the more better.
Yo,
Who knows?
I'm reading
Doesn't
what's
matter.
in
just call
front
it
of
Mo.
me.
Just call it Mo. Mo porridge. Mashed potatoes. Oh, wow. Okay. You see, because it's quite bougie to have butter in your mashed potatoes. That's
Very
the thing.
bougie.
Yeah, so...
That's what adds that creaminess to it.
Yeah, that
Oh.
was a bit of a
Well, there we
sneaky
go.
one.
Well, we would love to hear from you. What is your favorite dish that you love to add extra butter to? You can connect with us online and let us know.
So did you win that one then, Zoe? You won that one.
I didn't.
You
You guys
beat
were
both
the
of us.
ties.
Yeah.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate every dish with Clover Moy River Butter.
Ah, lovely. Imagine.
You both won. How
Thank
does it
you.
feel?
It feels like we won something.
Oh, whoa.
Winners
Get out of
eat
town.
tacos. There we go. There we go. And we
you.
will get you one as well.
I want
It's
the
okay.
mac and cheese, please.
Oh, okay. Mac and cheese
They can
coming
have
out.
the
We've told you,
tacos.
Zoe, this isn't a restaurant. You don't get to order food from our chefs, okay? It's not. Or you can start charging, buddy. You can start charging. Wow.
Great.
Hey?
Okay. Well,
Joy, I'll just have this empty bowl.
very much,
by
everybody. I
myself.
appreciate it.
I thought you were going to give that to Carl just to catch, just
You want
safety
to?
first.
I mean, we're
Take
going to
a
be
bite.
celebrating design soon, and then Nina Brand is also going to be asking us for tacos. But the thing is, she has to perform first, but that's later. Thank you.
Well,
Oh,
I'll
you must
be your
dance. You must
bucky.
dance for your tacos. Thank you.
Don't spill. Oh, he needed the bucket.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. We are
It is.
still where we left us. And gents, how are those delicious tacos?
Terrible, man.
Yeah, horrible.
But I'm going to, just for the sake of the viewers, I'm going to keep trying.
Yeah.
Oh, none of you
keep
even
at it. I'm
shared
gonna
with
keep
me.
at it.
Oh, okay. Well, while you two enjoy breakfast, I think it's time we get to enjoy a performance, because taking the stage right now is Nina Brand, and she's ready to perform one of her songs, Think I'm in Love, so stay tuned.
Yum.
Hi everyone, my name is Nina Brand, and I'm going to be performing a song I wrote called Think I'm in Love, and I hope you enjoy.
I don't wanna fall into the deep end. I don't wanna wait for the weekend. No, 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 unless I'm waiting for you. Head in the clouds, trying to find my feet, and we don't have the time overthinking. No, 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 unless I'm thinking of you. and this was staring at you.
Incredible. That's Nina Brand. You'll hear more from her a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's just before 7 o'clock. It is time to look at your news, starting nationally. In an about turn, the SA Post Office has reached an agreement with unions to withdraw retrenchments. In an agreement signed by the Post Office as well as the Communications Workers Union, the SA Postal Workers Union and the Democratic Postal and Communications Union, all parties have agreed to withdraw retrenchment notices. They have instead sought a temporary employer-employee relief scheme for a maximum of 12 months. The Post Office was placed under business rescue last year, and provision was made for the retrenchment of some 6,000 employees. SA's passenger rail agency, that's PRASA, says it's on track to recover and rebuild the service and rail infrastructure in the country. This comes as the 200th new high-tech train is set to launch in Cape Town. Transport authorities have also restored 31 of the 40 lines nationally, and nearly 300 damaged and vandalized stations have been refurbished. Improved signalling, new trains that run more frequently and with greater safety. National Transport Minister Sinisiwe Chikunga says these are some of the strides being made in the overhaul of the country's passenger rail service. Now on to international news. Israeli strikes intensified across Gaza yesterday and saw some of the heaviest shelling in weeks, residents said. The army ordered fresh evacuations in the north of the Strip, warning civilians that they were in a dangerous combat zone. Strikes by air and shelling from tanks on the ground were also reported in central and southern areas in what were described as almost non-stop bombardments. An Israeli army spokesman urged residents of 4 zones in Beit Lahia on Gaza's northern edge to move to shelter in 2 designated areas. The UN has asked Britain to reconsider sending asylum seekers to Rwanda. Yesterday, the British Parliament passed legislation to allow the migrant deportation scheme to begin. The UN says the Rwanda legislation is the wrong solution and will violate the country's commitment to the Refugee Convention. It says the legislation creates a dangerous precedent. Early yesterday, 5 migrants attempting to cross the English Channel to Britain were found dead near the coastal town of Vimaru in France. Kansas City in the U.S. has a new star, and his name's Jeffrey, the fearless goat, which recently found himself perched some 25 meters above the ground on a small concrete ledge just below the top of a bridge. Jeffrey's on a, well, not a mountain goat, which can ascend vertical heights with ease, but that didn't stop him from climbing to the precarious perch. Once a resident of the KC Pet Charity, he was adopted earlier this year, but the call of the wild and to do something truly great was too much. So Jeffrey escaped. Fortunately, Jeffrey was saved after a daring rescue, received VIP treatment and was back on his hooves, ready to embrace his next adventure. And it just will tell you very, very simply that you have to be the goat of your own life. Doesn't matter what type of goat you are, you choose your decisions and you make things happen. That is it for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show when it comes to news. Of course, here's another look at your sport. Here's G.
Oh, let's see who else etched their name down in history last night. Let's look at some footballing results, and it was a crazy one in the Premier League. Kai Havertz and Ben White shone as Arsenal dominated Chelsea, a resurgent Chelsea, it must be said, 5-0 last night, propelling themselves to the forefront of the Premier League title race with only a few games to go, and of course increasing pressure on their rivals in this three-horse race, Liverpool and Man City. So alongside goals from Leandro Trossard, Arsenal's emphatic victory sees them now surge 3 points clear of Liverpool and 4 ahead of Man City, while the title's fate, of course, lies in City's hands, really, with 2 games still in hand. Then Liverpool with that one to spare. They themselves have that 1 game in hand. They'll be facing Everton in what will be a supercharged Merseyside derby tonight. Then staying with footballing news in the area, Aston Villa has now extended the services of manager Unai Emery until 2027, and he's been a revelation at the club. Now, Emery's tenure has been marked by remarkable progress, transforming Villa from, you'll remember, a relegation-threatened side when he took over in just November of 2022 to now contending for Champions League qualification and currently sitting 4th in the Premier League table. Villa are 6 points ahead of 5th place Tottenham, who I'm sure will do more to mess that up, and with 2 games in hand as well. And additionally, they're now eyeing European success, progressing to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League as well, where they'll face Olympiacos. So he's bringing the club money as well. Now let's turn to a constantly evolving story that there might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So the European Court of Human Rights has now confirmed it will review Caster Semenia's appeal against regulations that mandate female athletes with high testosterone levels undergo medication. Now scheduled for the 15th of May, so it's just around the corner. The hearings come after Semenya, a double Olympic champion, won a previous legal battle against Switzerland last July, citing discrimination from the Court of Arbitration for Sport. But despite her classification as having differences in sexual development, Semenya, who has always been recognized as female, has refused to comply with World Athletics testosterone regulations since their introduction in 2018. Now let's turn to Formula One, and change could be on the cards. So Formula One teams will be convening tomorrow, in fact, to consider a proposal aimed at extending the point scoring positions from 10th to 12th place for the upcoming season. Let's make the circle bigger. The matter is set to be discussed during a virtual F1 Commission meeting involving both the FIA and commercial rights holder, along with other sporting regulations. And well, 6 out of 10 teams is what they need to approve the proposal. Further deliberations will be expected on this front. It is a big move, but I think one that the fans will welcome, and certainly those minnow teams will definitely welcome. But that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hump day. Let's get you one last take on the weather.
Thank you, Graham. Let's start off with traffic first in Mthatha and the Eastern Cape. There's some road closures on the R61 near Tombo due to community protest action. Avoid the affected areas and exercise caution while driving. If you're in Athlone in Cape Town, there's been an accident on Klipfontein Road. Delays are expected. Please plan your route accordingly. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And the SA Weather Service has issued only one warning for today, namely an alert for extremely high fire danger conditions in the Tsatsembane and the Siathemba local municipalities in the Northern Cape. Authorities urge residents to bear in mind that wildfires can be incredibly destructive, posing significant dangers to both humans and animals, as well as to the environment. It's therefore crucial for people to be extremely cautious and mindful of their actions. Simple precautions such as avoiding outdoor fires during dry and windy conditions and adhering to local regulations can help prevent wildfires and protect lives and property. Elsewhere, the country can anticipate warm and clear weather, albeit with some areas experiencing fog and scattered rain. And that's your weather update. Let's take a look at your sunrise view. We head over to Namibia, where Gustav is kicking us off with a beautiful sunrise view from Walvis Bay. What an incredible way to start the day, and thank you for sharing that with us. If you would love to share your view, do so on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. Let's look at your temperatures for today.
Coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are going to look at the world of design and all the advancements there when it comes to the home, in fact. And then these two gents behind me are going to continue the culinary hotline. It's Talladega Grill, and they will be giving you a mac and cheese recipe, but not the normal one. There's going to be a twist that you have to see, and that's why you have to stay there on here on S3. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
The celebrations for International Design Day are in full swing, my friend, and we're continuing the celebration by having the heads of innovation in the industry come and celebrate along with us. And we're doing this by making sure that we indeed get to find out how it is that Samsung continues to put home appliances in our homes that are not just aesthetically pleasing, but also do the job of giving us the experience that we deserve. So this morning, everyone, please can we welcome Nivash Ramson and, of course, Mark McKay. Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Very good, and you?
Amazing, thank you. Let me start with you, Mark, because we, of course, are celebrating International Design Day, and we know that the theme this year is It Kind? So speak to us, please, about the design philosophy of Samsung, as well as how this plays in together to be aligned.
It's a very exciting theme, really, Is It Kind? And it speaks very much to our design philosophy, which is inspired by human. Isn't kindness the core of humanity?
100%.
And if you think about, well, what does kindness mean? It can have so many meanings. Is it kind on my senses? Is it beautiful to look at? Is it quiet coming from my appliances?
Yes.
Or loud and powerful coming from my visual and sound devices?
Yes.
Is it kind to the environment? Does it save electricity? Does it last a bit longer? Is it kind to the way we live? More convenient and a bit easier?
Yeah.
These are all the ideas that inspire our product design, and I think it aligns very well with this theme.
And speaking of product design, of course, we know that Samsung prioritizes valuable design as well. So speak to us a little bit about that, because we know that with home appliances, you also do this with this bespoke design.
Yes.
Let's jump into that.
Design for the sake of design doesn't add value. We want people to feel inspired and empowered by the products that we produce. Bespoke is a great example. In this age of unique expression and everybody wanting to have, I mean, look at you, look at your hair, it's beautiful.
Oh my goodness!
In this age, why are we limited to white and grey appliances? It doesn't make any sense, which is what inspired the thought of how do we change that with Bespoke. A range of appliances that you can change is available in different colours. In the fridges, it's even configurable to design the fridge as you would like. But it's not just about external stuff either. It includes design features like smart things, connectivity that makes your life easier when using your fridge, hidden water dispensers. I mean, I'm not going to carry on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I love it. And also, speaking of my hair, it's matching with you guys and your smart suits this morning, guys. I feel like we're all on one page, not just with the aesthetics, but also with our approach to everything. We know that Samsung Nivash has got a human-centric approach. So let's speak about that and how it also just plays into sustainability.
Well, Sanil, you know, Samsung always focuses on human-centric. It takes customer feedback and customer comments, and we take that seriously, and we put that into innovative design. And we come up with this sleek technology and design that incorporates into your home. But we also, you know, we're cognizant of the environment. And this is very, very important to Samsung. So we worry about energy consumption. Like Mark mentioned, smart things. Our smart things are integrated, so we monitor energy consumption on our appliances, on our TVs. We also use eco-friendly packaging.
Yeah.
And we also care for the environment, so we use user-friendly inks and so on.
Yes, gentlemen, I love your attention to detail.
Yes.
It makes me very, very happy, and this is why you have consumers that are so loyal to your brand. But let's now talk about the ever-evolving world of design, because we know that it's always changing. First and foremost, I want to talk about how Samsung itself leverages tech innovation to enhance the aesthetics in terms of our home, because we always want our home to look beautiful, right?
Correct. So you know, we're at the generation now where design is actually meeting technology. We're at that line. And we have to make sure that we incorporate design into what the consumer needs with the latest technology.
Yes.
And for example, the Frame TV. The Frame TV is a brilliant innovation. It's a TV that when it's off looks like an art piece.
Yeah.
With the matte display, you're actually mistaken to actually see it as an art piece on your wall.
It literally does.
It literally does. And then we've got the iconic i-type TV, which is called a Serif TV, which is a totally out-of-this-world TV that just sits in your corner and you just happen to just continuously look at it because it's totally unconventional.
Yes, and one thing about this generation, I know that we love beautiful things, so thank you for taking that into consideration, gentlemen. But this also now just plays into the fact that you guys won various awards at the IF Design Awards 2024. I mean, come on, maybe just brag with us a little bit, Mark. Talk to us why it is that you think that Samsung and its design philosophy, it just ended up just really resonating with the judges.
Yeah, I think, I mean, far be it from us to brag, but it is nice to receive validation for that. The IF Design Awards for several different reasons. The looks, the functionality, etc. And yes, Samsung received 75 of those across all our product categories. Mobile devices, TV, sound device, home appliances, the works. I think, as Nivash says, you're seeing technology meeting with design.
Yeah.
And Samsung has a long history of leading in both. And at this time, where AI becomes more of a feature and more unique expression, as we said, more innovative technology like Frame and Serif, we are leading that change, and the judges recognize that. So as I said, we're proud to have it validated in that way.
Yes, I love that. Like I said, gentlemen, you're doing a great job. I heard you guys are getting a raise. That's just what I heard, you know what I'm saying? I'm joking. But you deserve one. That's my recommendation, okay? Now, listen, Expresso family, you know you never go away without anything. We want to give you a little something because Samsung is always in the business of doing just that and making it super special. We want to give you a chance to get your hands on a 32-inch Frame TV valued at 9,999 Rand. Simply reply to the Samsung competition post on the Expresso social media page by letting us know, name 3 of your favorite features of the Samsung Frame TV and why it will be better for your interior using hashtag Samsung Bespoke and hashtag better for your interior. It is so easy to win. Competition closes on the 25th of April 2024. T's and C's do apply. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't go anywhere.
And we are back in the kitchen, and Shabir is still with us. And what promises to be the mac and cheese you've never seen before in your life. Oh, and don't forget to mention, it's Culinary Hotline Bling! Ting, ting, ting! Okay, Shabir, tacos, phenomenal. I can honestly say that because I finished that in one breath. We are now making what's now going to be dubbed Zoe's mac and cheese, apparently.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I heard.
The pressure's on now.
Hey, so what makes this mac and cheese so special?
So, look, again, it's simplicity. And again, you know, I've gone with a twist on leftovers again. So I brought some brisket along. But, I mean, you can do this with chicken. You can do this with whatever you've got in the fridge. Cut up a piece of steak, whatever the case may be, stick it in there. And it's also simplicity of doing this. So where the twist does come in is, you know, you're going to add a protein to it. And we're also going to add a topping which has got some crunch to it, which is why we've brought the panko breadcrumbs.
Nice. Okay, so let's get cooking. I know that your special cheese sauce is on the way. They're on the way with that right now. Let's see how they're doing. Tando, guys. Tando is in the kitchen this morning, so Tando's going to be coming in with a cheese sauce. Let's start off with, so we got our mac and cheese, and obviously you're using the actual macaroni.
Yeah.
When you cook it, is it al dente, or do you cook it a little further than al dente?
So because it's going to go into the oven again, I've taken it out at al dente.
Okay.
Okay.
Tando, thank you so much, Tando. You got to do like a little... Tando, you got to come back to the... Come back. You got to do a little thing, like a little curtsy. There we go. Okay, thank you, Tando. I think it should... Okay.
Cool.
So we've got our mac and cheese, and you say you're going to cook it a little further than al dente.
Or even at al dente,
Okay,
because
even at al dente.
you're going to put it back into the oven
right.
to finish it up. So it's actually as simple as this. You know, you're going to take your cheese sauce, you're going to mix it into your macaroni, any pasta of your choice. You know, whether it's macaroni. I mean, we're doing a mac and cheese. I chose macaroni, but anything you have, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to stick to it. You're just going to give it a gentle mix through. You don't want to. You want to ensure that it's still. The macaroni still stays on for the most part.
Exactly, and also don't want to break it up.
Yeah.
So the mac and cheese, what's your go-to cheeses when you make a mac and cheese sauce?
So I've got a...
And I say cheeses because I'm sure it's more than one.
Yes. So I've got a prejudice for cheddar. I like cheddar. I love cheddar.
Yes.
I do like a little bit of Gruyere in a mac and cheese as well. One of the best mac and cheeses I've tasted had Gruyere in it. Other than that, you know, it's entirely up to you.
Yeah.
You know, if you like Gouda, use Gouda. If you like cheddar, use cheddar. Yeah, I mean, so if you want a bit of the cheese pool, add some mozzarella to your cheddar.
Oh, yes, please.
You know, so it's again, you know, there's no hard and fast rule here. So to this, we'll just add a little bit of chives, just to give you a little bit of pep in the flavour, and mix that through. And, yeah.
It's so simple, but at the end of the day, I said the same thing with the tacos. Sometimes the simplest things that give you the best results.
100%, you know.
And you're giving us all the tips this morning. So the brisket goes in, and like you said, whatever protein you have at home, you can pop that in there.
100%.
If you want that smoky flavour, smoked chicken,
Smoked
I think
chicken,
would be like a really
100%.
good option for
yeah,
this.
that's actually a fantastic option. Yeah, whatever, you know, some good cold meats like pepperoni as well. You know, would do really well in a dish like this. Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. There's no hard and fast rule with regards to
You've got a mac and cheese burger on the menu.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is, who came up with that, and who comes up with the dishes on your menu?
Look, I think a lot of it is... So the early part of our journey, it was about what we had tasted elsewhere and what we had seen elsewhere. And currently now, because social media and especially TikTok is influencing culinary decisions, you know, and if you got to be abreast of what's actually happening out there in the world. And to that, so I think, you know, right now I've got two young daughters as well. They do bring some ideas to us.
Of course they do.
You know?
Of course they do. I mean, I can imagine, like you said, TikTok and social media influencing
100%,
food. And I love that because things are changing and happening so quickly, and that is also thanks to social media, but it also then means you stay creative, and then the rest of the population gets to enjoy all the amazing food you're making.
100%. So, yeah, and I mean, the thing is, you know, like we listen to our customers as well, you know, like we've always had a beef mac and cheese burger. And a few years back, a customer said to me, why have you never done this in chicken? And I'm like, oh, that's actually a great idea. So, I mean, you can add mac and cheese to any burger with us.
So you listen to your customers, we listen to our viewers. We actually have 2 voice notes. Let's listen to our first voice note this morning.
Good morning, Expresso show. So my food truck will be called The Dog Father. I'll be doing gourmet hot dogs. Easy to make, easy to eat, and the perfect street food.
Also, the voice.
Yes.
And we can imagine you're going to place that order. Good morning. What would you like on your hot dog today? Oh, that's what a voice. The Dog Father, we absolutely love it. We have another voice note.
Good morning, Expresso family. My food truck's name will be Don Lee's Indian Cuisine. And the main attraction dish will be the famous Durban Bunny Chow.
Nice, love it, love it. The voices this morning, so everybody's in bed. Everybody's watching this show in bed this morning, but I like that you're being creative this early in the morning. Shabir, how did you come up with the name Talladega Grill?
So there's a movie that in our friend group that we're a big fan of, which is Talladega Nights.
Yes.
The Will Ferrell movie, and was sort of just, you know, messing around with names and you know, it was jokes basically, you know. In fact, the whole idea of getting into the food business was never sort of that it would be a full-time thing. It was always going to be like a side hustle kind of thing. And yeah, it just kind of kicked off and kicked on, so...
Let there be a message to the people out there. Have a side hustle.
Yes,
Because, I mean,
100%.
the blessing is the day your side hustle becomes your main hustle.
100%.
Testimony right over here. And also, I know you said you came up with the name as a joke, but Talladega Grill, it just sets the whole scene. No questions asked. You know exactly what you're offering.
100%.
I absolutely love it. So this is going to go into the oven.
Yes.
How long does it go into the oven for?
So about 10, 15 minutes. You just want to get it nice and golden.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a few minutes to cool, and then you can cut and slice. And,
Okay,
yeah.
we are going to get to the oven because Zoe has said she's not leaving until she gets her mac and cheese. Actually, is Zoe there? Let me find out. But anyway, don't go in. Zoe's coming to the kitchen. Zoe's coming to... Very quickly, Zoe's going to show you the before of the Zoe mac and cheese. Okay, the Zoe mac and cheese is about to go into the oven.
Look at all that cheese.
You'll be back a little later to taste it.
Yes, please.
And you'll be back to see our third recipe. So stay tuned to the Culinary Hotline. Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Oh, thank you so much, team. I'm glad that Zozo has got her menu sorted for this morning. In terms of our menu, it gets better and better. In fact, after eating, we've got to take care of our oral hygiene. We've got some tips and tricks that will set you on the right path. Then the incredible Nina Brand is going to bring us another breathtaking performance. Stick around. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we delve into a bit of a health topic this morning. It's something that affects literally all of us. They say that using the right products is the cornerstone of good oral hygiene. That's where we start, and we've all struggled with it, I think, at some time in our lives, but the struggle ends here and now. Here to give us tips and tricks to maintain good, vitally important oral hygiene is a team member of the Listerine brand, Barbara van Wyk. Barbara, thank you so much for joining us and having such a beautiful, bright smile this morning for the world. We love it. You've got the right kind of energy, girl. Thank you.
Thank you, Graham, and hi, Zoe. Lovely to be with you today.
We are happy that you are joining us today because I feel like, you know, it's first thing in the morning. What do we do when we wake up? We brush our teeth. We make sure we have good oral hygiene, a word we've been using and hearing a lot. Barbara, perhaps from your point, when we refer to oral hygiene, what exactly are we referring to?
Yes, so that's a very good question because oral hygiene or oral health actually consists of the condition of your mouth, teeth and gums. So it is our full mouth cavity that we're talking about. And it's not just about a bright smile it's so much more. Oral health is so much more than that. It's actually essential to overall health and well-being. Now, poor oral hygiene or poor oral health can lead to various diseases like gum disease, bad breath, no one likes that, and plaque issues and tooth cavities. And so it's really important that our oral health and our oral hygiene every day, twice daily, is kept at a good routine. And additionally, research has suggested that there is a link between oral health and systemic diseases.
Wow.
Yes, like diabetes, heart disease, respiratory infections. So really, having a good oral health is essential for overall health.
And it's easy. It's accessible.
Exactly.
It's something that we can all do. We often
Yes.
want to reach for that kind of answer that fixes everything, and it's, well, here it is, and it is so accessible. So when is the right time? When we talk about using a mouthwash to kind of complete that holy trinity, if you will, when is the right time to introduce that, and how should we be doing it?
So we talk about a 3-step routine, and that needs to be done twice daily. And using a mouthwash for the rinse part, so the 3-step is brush, floss, rinse, and using a Listerine mouthwash at the end, you're actually ensuring that you are completing that whole clean. And why? Because brushing and flossing often misses places where there's plaque in the mouth. So you're completing that whole clean or that oral hygiene routine with adding a mouthwash like a Listerine.
Giving that absolute coverage.
Correct, yes.
I love how some of the words are all rhyming, like they're all meant to go together. I
just
love
fits,
that.
yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Talk to me about some of the benefits that comes with using Listerine.
So the first key benefit of Listerine is that we've got a wide range of products and each having key benefits or different key benefits. So then it's a trusted oral care product of choice. It also has our Listerine formulation has 4 essential oils. Now this is a powerful a formulation, and it serves that adjunct, as I've explaining, to the brushing and flossing. And it ensures then extra cleansing after brushing and flossing, and then sweeps away the debris, or you rinse out the debris. So with research that has been on Listerine, it's 5 times greater reduction than just brushing and flossing alone.
Wow.
So that really shows that making sure that you do that 3-step routine twice daily, you are completing that process, and that can help maintain good oral hygiene routine and prevent those diseases that I explained earlier.
I've got to ask, because that's quite a significant nose out in front of the rest of the market here, which is quite a dominance. And I suppose there is a reason why we kind of blanket all mouthwashers with Listerine. You guys have been able to get that market share, but there is a reason why. Why do you guys stand head and shoulders above the rest? What's the difference here?
Yes, that's a good question. So we are #1 global mouthwash in the world, and there's a reason for that. Because a Listerine historically has 140 years, over 140 years of oral hygiene expertise.
Wow.
So, and on our brand, that puts us apart from other oral care products, is that the 4 essential oils, like I've mentioned. And those 4 essential oils are eucalyptol, menthol, thymol, and methyl salicylate. And it's that powerful formulation that gets to the root cause of gum disease, plaque reduction.
Bad breath.
Exactly. Who wants bad breath?
No one wants bad breath.
And also, we also have a whitening product as well. Yes. So we've invested in our brand with science. And millions around the world trust our brand. And as I said...
Keep proving that,
Exactly. So your clean is not a perfect clean without a Listerine.
Oh,
Exactly.
see, the rhymes
she's
are
been
there
waiting
again.
That's why she's been rhyming this whole time, just getting the syncopation right. Can I just say on behalf of all the first dates that you have saved, thank you so much, okay?
But you've got to use a Listerine, correct?
100%, just to give you the confidence apart from anything else. Absolutely, but we can understand why you are successful just by the passion you have in the space. That is remarkable. But normally I feel very old. 140 years, I'm young, man. I'm barely getting started in comparison. Absolutely love the fact that you can, within your hands, have the answer to so many issues when it comes to oral health, and it's there in one bottle. Thank you so much. You're an absolute star.
Thank you for having us and have a lovely day. Thank you.
Right, I feel like you need some entertainment. We've got our oral hygiene in check, and now it's time to free our voices just a touch. Now, I've been tagged in the song on social media about 9.6 million times. The reason, because it's really good. It's an exclusive, first time performed for you on TV on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Nina Brand is here with an all-new single, and you need to go and stream it and love it and support the vocals from the locals. This is Ruined Love for Me. Enjoy.
It's been 2 years now, I still cry about the way that my head used to lay on my shoulder. I try to scream it out and fall in love with someone else, but it never leaves the doubt. You said you needed space and time, I gave it to you gladly. Falling for another, fell, falling badly. Now you don't mean a thing to me. How could you blame me for going out and moving on? How could you say those things and act like I'm the one? Every time try to walk out, I blame myself and go back around. Took all your baggage and took me for granted. Told me pretty lies, used it as disguise to cover up the damage. You said you needed space and time, I gave it to you gladly. Falling for another, fell, falling badly. Now you don't mean a thing to me. How could you blame me for going out and moving on? How could you say those things and act like I'm the one? And you said you needed space, babe. Your games could afford too long. How could you blame me when you ruined love? I'm happy now. I've been doing fine by myself. Look at me, I'm happy now. I've been doing fine by myself. You said you needed space and time, I gave it to you gladly. Falling for another, fell, falling badly. Now you don't mean a thing to me. How could you blame me for going out and moving on? How could you say those things and act like I'm the one? And you said you needed space, babe. Your games could afford too long. How could you blame me when you ruined love for me?
Ruined Love for Me, go stream it now. It is Nina Brand introducing an all-new artist to you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So, coming up, we have some fantastic things, including this Philly cheesesteak recipe from Talladega is part of the Culinary Hotline today. You're going to need to see it. It's going to be so incredible and fantastic and amazing and beautiful. Look at that. It's gorgeous.
You haven't even seen the end result.
It's gorgeous. Wait. This is going to, like, I just want to see what is happening. Is this cheese?
It is.
Cheese
It is.
happening?
It is.
Cheese, lots of cheese.
Lots of cheese. This is going to be fantastic. And you know, a little earlier, there was a little mac and cheese, I think, thing.
It's Zoe's mac and cheese.
Is that Zoe's mac and cheese coming out?
It is.
I really want to go and I want to see what the product is looking like.
Ooh, okay, it's hot. It's hot.
Yes. Okay, so you can't taste just yet. Okay, we'll taste that a little bit later. It's fine. You see, Zoe already pitched up from nowhere.
This is amazing, Chef Kim. Look how beautiful.
Where did you come from? You were just like, wow, you just appeared.
Of course.
Oh my word, it's
Okay,
like...
it's way too hot to eat now, so you're gonna come a little bit later.
Yep.
And we've got that Philly cheesesteak sandwich also coming. Everybody's eating. Everybody's eating.
Yes, I just realized that the bat signal for Zoe is mac and cheese. Noted. Stay there.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. Now, have you ever purchased a product?
Yes.
Thinking you got a deal, only to see the same product cheaper somewhere else. Like you have that purchase moment, you're like, yo, you should see. And then you walk into the other shop and you see that same thing, and you're like, it's like $1,000 cheaper.
And your mate's like, I already bought 5, dude, for the same price. No, it hurts. It cuts deep, man. It
does, right?
Well, that is where Game's Price Beat Challenge comes in, their Price Beat Promise. And it is a promise, but let's explain exactly how it works. So you've got to bring the competitor retailer's leaflet to Game, and they'll beat it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Like Michael
They'll
Jackson.
Just do it. Bam.
Just like a Now make sure it's valid on the same day of your price beat request. And if you do need to know more, there's a website called game.co.za on how to redeem your price beat online.
It really is simple, and you can get then refunded on the difference you paid, plus an extra 10%, giving you even more bang for your buck with every shop, and we need that. I think we really do need that.
This is great. And I mean, it's happened to me recently because I did purchase a TV. And yeah. So then I walked into our favorite Game. The thing is, you know, when you see these TVs and you're like, oh my word, that's priced, and I want to do a 43-inch, etc., blah, blah, blah. It has to be smart TV, and I go and I do the thing, make the purchase. It wasn't impulsive because I had checked everything.
Yeah, you've done due diligence.
But then I walked into the Game, man. And that's the moment where I realized, you know, that little meme, it was at that moment he realized he messed up. Like, that's what happened to me. But I think to avoid that, this is why they got a price beat promise, which is so important.
Can you return the other one?
No, I think the distance between the purchasing was too large, but I think don't be me. Be you. and get the best price.
You can, and you really can. So at this stage of the month, I know not everyone's been paid yet as the end of the month approaches, we could all do with some extra spending money. Well, let's call it vital spending money right now. So how does the chance to win a 2,000 Rand Game Stores shopping voucher sound to you? We could balance out your losses.
Sounds like I need that. So if you need that too, simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's social media pages and please tell us what is the one item on your wish list you check with Game Store's Price Beat Promise.
And don't forget that all-important hashtag #GotGame. You've got until Tuesday, the 30th of April. That's next week at midnight to enter. I can see someone just getting in there at 11:59, but just do it. Make sure that you head over to expressoshow.com for all those T's and C's and don't be caught out.
Are we back in the kitchen? What promised to be the best Philly cheesesteak you have ever had, Shabir? It's smelling so good. I know what it looks like.
Okay.
Let's look it out the oven.
Cool.
Can we please put this together? And, oh, wait, before we do that, Zoe said, a generous portion, please. So I'm going to dish Zoe's mac and cheese so long so it can cool down because it is hot. Okay, there we go. So I'll call Zoe in a bit, and then Carl and Graham. I've got a side plate for you as well, if you do want. Okay, that's going to chill. Let's talk about the Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
Super.
You busy with peppers
and onions? Yeah, just you know, sort of large dice. Get that into a pan. Just get that going. Once that gets going.
And I like you keeping it nice and chunky. That's pretty cool.
Yes, yeah. Then again, I'm using a leftover steak here. This is a leftover piece of ribeye steak, which will go into the pan shortly. Just sticking with that theme, you know, this one steak, you can probably make 4 Philly cheese rolls out of it. So a family of 4,
wow, okay.
You could feed a family of 4 out of this. We'll just drop the steak into the pan, and then we'll just get this.
So you're not trying to cook the steak now. You just want to warm it through again. You're not trying to.
Basically, yeah, just to warm it through. Look, everybody's got a different preference for steak, you know. So I mean, this was done to medium rare, but obviously in a Philly cheesesteak, you know, this is it's gonna go from the pan into the oven, just to get it nice and toasty again. And the other advantage of this recipe is, look, we're doing 1 right now, but you can, you know, in a little baking dish, you could do 4 at a time.
Right,
so, of course. So you can actually get your filling done.
And not spend that much time
Not spend that much time actually doing
well.
it. So you get home, you stick your oven on, and you do the rest.
So I'm going to call Zoe in now. I'm pretty sure her mac and cheese has cooled down enough. This is the Zoe brisket and cheddar mac and cheese.
Oh.
There we go. You can pick your fork.
Chef
the gold
Glenn,
one, of course.
I'll grab the gold
you stand in the
one.
middle. You stand in the middle.
I'm in the middle.
I mean, how good does that look? And also, it's all about texture, the crunch.
It is about the texture. We've got the crunch. We've got the beautiful protein that just slipped off the plate. Grab it there. I love the flavors coming through. Look at the sauce.
And the sauce is amazing. It's so cheese-rich. It's amazing. Now, before you take another bite, Zoe. Sorry, I'm stopping you from eating. How rude.
It's okay.
If you had a food truck, what would you offer and what would its name be?
Well, it would be Everything Brown. So that's a food truck name.
You thought about this.
I thought about it this morning. So Everything Brown, so everything will be brown. From the decor to the actual food truck to the food. You know, like brownies and golden brown buns, whatever that can be brown.
That is very creative, and I think it's amazing. I think it'll kick off.
Everything will be brown.
Because it'll be very aesthetic, and you know, we're all about the aesthetics. Okay, I love it. Everything brown, food. All right, okay, Zoe. So, and also mac and cheese. Final thoughts.
Chef, this is unbelievable. I believe this is being added to your winter menu.
Our winter menu, yes.
Oh, this is such a treat. This is winter comfort food taken a step up.
So if you want it, contact Allergy and be like, I want the mac and cheese that Zoe had on the show. And you'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you, Chef.
There we go.
So this is my cue to leave and take my plate with me.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay,
it's
so
my kind of work.
Super.
Back to the Philly cheese.
100%.
Steak's looking amazing, and we've got our bun.
Yeah. So basically, again, very simple. You're going to you're just going to line the bun with some cheese sauce. I think you figured by now I'm cheese obsessed.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
100%. And you're just going to scoop some of the filling into here. So basically, you want to get enough peppers and onions in there.
Oh, you've got it. You're the experts in the kitchen. You know what he's doing. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells so good.
And the thing is, you know, it's a simple dish. You know, there's no, I mean, anybody can make this. It's not a, you know, you don't need any training to do this.
And also, you haven't, yeah, I was going to say it's a simple dish. You haven't overcomplicated it. Yeah. It is the meat, it's the peppers, it's the onions, and then you go and you add the creaminess to it, which is the cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then you just add some more cheese to the top. So in the US, you usually make a Philly cheesesteak with the cheese sauce we put at the bottom. They use Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz,
Cheese Whiz. And then obviously your filling goes on, and some Philly cheesesteaks have peppers, some don't, some have mushrooms, some don't. And then we used white cheddar here. They normally use provolone, you know, on a Philly cheesesteak. Not readily available in South Africa. So
we've got an amazing option there with the cheddar cheese. And it comes out looking like this. It is amazing. The cheese gets melted over the top. Do you at the restaurant blowtorch or just under the salamander, the grill?
Just under the salamander.
Because it's got that slight little char on it, which I think that salamander gives it a nice little pop of colour. You know who hasn't actually had another taste on camera in a while? Graham Rich. I didn't even finish his name. Look, here he comes. Graham Richards, everyone.
There's always subtext on this wonderful show that we get to wake up to every morning. And I do intermittent fasting. Oh. And it's always a bit of a roll of the dice to see if I'm going to be broken or not. Buddy, the taco broke me. I didn't even consider it twice. It was in my mouth before I started thinking about it, so it's done. Okay, but there ain't nobody saying no to the Philly, okay? It's just not going to happen. But how do you even approach it, man?
You approach it with caution.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to give you the one over here, the malted one.
Is this the guy?
Yeah, so same thing like the taco. You never tilt the food, right? You have to tilt to accommodate the food. Yeah, so you go and crouch.
Okay.
Touch.
Touch.
Engage. There we go.
Engage. Wow, this is special, eh?
Whoa! Never. Wow. Okay. Now you see. Now you're supposed to talk to the people, and you can't. But look at the look on his face. Yes. We're tasting steak. We're tasting peppers. Malted cheese. The chive on the top is just a bit of freshness that this dish needs. I can read his eyes. I know what he's saying. And the way the cheese just melts, it's just a little bit of fat that this dish really needs. It's delicious. Flavor, some cheesy, meaty.
You haven't mentioned the mouthfeel.
Oh.
Hey?
It's good.
Wow, it's a party. It's an engel.
It is.
An engel.
Is that an official 10 out of 10 engels?
It's an 11.
Oh,
it's
my
an 11.
goodness.
That is absolutely delicious.
Super.
Wow, I'm going to go pray for my son.
You go do that. You go do that, Shabir. You've been absolutely amazing this morning. Three amazing recipes. If you want to get those recipes, check them out on expressoshow.com. It's been an amazing Culinary Hotline Bling!
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
From the trenches of the sniffles to the heights of relief, navigating allergies is a journey of resilience and resourcefulness, especially when it comes to our mamas. Joining us this morning as we chat about her personal journey on this particular topic, we welcome back mom, yes, and blogger and influencer Lulwando Tukwayo. Lulwando, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you.
I think let's start with your personal journey with allergies. What were some of the triggers, and talk us through your journey to get to the point, because it sounds like you've been on quite an odyssey to get here.
Yes, that's correct. I had moved from Cape Town to Johannesburg So when my son started school, we wanted to move back to Cape Town. So here I am. I have 3 kids, and I noticed that with my kids, they are all seasonal when it comes to their allergies. There was nothing really I could do. You know, we even went to get them tested because I thought it's something they're eating, but it just didn't go away. And until we were able to find strategies of how can we manage the allergies for them. With my 11-year-old, who is very sporty, who is very outdoors.
He's mixing it up with all the allergens.
You can't really figure it out.
Yeah.
So you have to manage it. You have to find something that works for you, and I found one that works for my entire family.
How did you identify what were those triggers that you knew you needed to hone in on, and how did you effectively treat it? Because it feels like you've come through the fire now.
So, you know, we started with other medication, and they would make my kids drowsy. They would make me drowsy. I'd wake up in the morning, I'm feeling tired. It's really not helping, and I didn't want anything that would make my very hyperactive kids who love to play, that would make them drowsy. Now, I found medication that won't make them drowsy. We put that into our routine. Our routine includes, you know, giving them in the morning and giving them in the evening, and I've seen such a huge difference with Telfast. Once we learned that there are ways of managing the allergies, he's able to concentrate in class, he's able to play sport, all of them. Even with my little one, she is 3 years old, and I'm able to start her on the medication that will make her, you know, play out with her friends.
They learn and grow with that energy.
Yes.
And I think anyone who's felt the effects of a hardcore allergic reaction understands. I can say as a parent, so many pressure points being hit here. The fact that this is fast acting, we want to help our kids feel better as quickly as possible. It's non-drowsy as an antihistamine, is so effective, offering relief against symptoms that can be debilitating in terms of hives and hay fever for both mum, dad and child. It's a one-size-fits-all, which is brilliant. The fact that it comes in a suspension variant, that makes a big difference for me, effectively treating the symptoms of hives in children from 6 months of age, and then the allergic rhinitis or hay fever in children as young as 2 years, and then of course older. And the fact that often young children can't explain how they're feeling or what they need. I love the fact that we've got a tool to lean on that gives us 24 hours of relief. That is massive. Nothing beats Telfast. I think it stands alone in its particular lane. Most importantly, consult with your healthcare professional to find out the best treatment plan for you and your family. Get your strategy down. Like Lwando, thank you so much for being a guiding light and for opening up. You have helped us a huge amount.
Thank you.
Stop allergies in their tracks with Telfast and help your family unleash their potential with fast, non-drowsy, 24-hour allergy relief.
Well, the year is certainly flying by because on the 12th of May, this Sunday, the 12th of May, we are going to be celebrating Mother's Day, a day that is dedicated to all the moms, the gogos, the grandmothers, the aunties, the godmoms, and even the mother figures who fill our lives with love, warmth, and affection. And here to show us how we can melt every mom's heart with delicious and delicate, delightful flavors and all kinds of incredible yumminesses is Chef Clem. I love this. I love spoiling my mom. I love being able to spoil all the mom figures in my life because there are so many incredible women that deserves to be celebrated. Chef Clem, why should Woolies be your go-to shop for all the sweet treats?
I mean, why wouldn't they be? I mean, think about it. When it comes down to, I mean, everything food, we love it. Homeware, clothing, fashion, beauty. It's a one-stop shop for everything Mother's Day. We're going to talk about some of the foodie treats today. And the first thing for me, right, you know, they say you don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I do.
You do?
And packaging gets me every time. When something as beautiful as this, these new designs on the boxes are absolutely amazing. And the fact that it's like gloss with matte, that's extra.
That is really
That's
pretty.
special.
So here I'm holding the dark chocolate and hazelnut shortbread. What have you got there?
I've got the ginger stem shortbread. So these are new flavors that we haven't had before. It's like on shelf for Mother's Day. We should actually just try them. I mean, I feel like we're doing, it's a public service. We'll do it for you. Okay. So the shortbreads are absolutely amazing. And we know that it's made locally, using butter, free-range eggs. small batch baked. This is artisanal. It's artisanal, okay? So delicious. And also, when you talk about chocolate, you know, Woolies, it has to be 100% responsibly sourced, or else it's not going to be on shelf at all. So our chocolate this year, we got the cherry liqueur, which is actually something I'm like really getting into.
Cherry liqueur?
Yeah, enrobed in chocolate. Delicious. Okay, so this is our, which one is this?
This is the shortbread. This is the dark chocolate and hazelnut shortbread.
We are getting all the treats this morning.
Sucker for shortbread because this goes so well with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. And this is beautiful because you gift your mom figure or your mom or your gogo or your grandma this beautiful. And it's packaged so beautifully. You can just write a cute little card and you're good to go.
That's exactly what you should do. That's delicious. I mean, that's like butter. It tastes so good. It's amazing. Really nice.
That's a good one.
Okay, the ginger one is also there. We'll have that little taste in a second. What else have we got? We've got the millionaire shortbread. Now, these are absolutely amazing. What makes a millionaire shortbread is those 3 layers. It's the caramel in the middle, chocolate on top, and then the shortbread at the bottom. It's rightfully called the millionaire shortbread because it's rich.
Oh.
It is. Are you feeling it?
Are we really eating all of these?
You know what? We're just having taste. It's just this little taste test. There we go. I'll do it, though. I'll give you my feedback.
Oh, no. I'll join you.
We just got a note. Someone just said in our ear now, control room would also be happy to taste.
Oh, I'm
Shame.
sorry. We get to taste all of these. Okay, Chef Clem, show the camera how beautiful this is.
Again.
Show the
so
camera.
it comes in this little triangle packaging, and it's all about the presentation, and it opens up like that. How good is that? Control room, this is for you, okay?
We're going to eat it on your behalf. Oh, no, this is like any... okay, I know I said I love shortbread. This takes the cake for me.
Literally, the cake. It's so good. Control room, you're not missing out. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you get the shortbread, you get the caramel, you get the chocolate.
I'm sorry we can't share this with you. We'll find something else for you. Okay.
Well, I
So
love how
good.
these are supposed to be for mom, but we're enjoying and indulging
We
in
need to
these
make sure we're
more.
giving mom exactly the best. Okay, so then we've also got the honey almond nougat, absolutely. And again, small batch made, locally made. We've got our chocolate selections. And like I said, we've got the cherry liqueur enrobed in chocolate. And I'm missing one. It's the fudge. Now, when I grew up, right, I'm not going to tell you when that was, but I remember fudge.
You're not that old.
Thank you. That's why, I was waiting for someone to say it. Fudge used to like weigh like a brick. It used to be heavy. And then slowly but surely, it's just not anymore. It became like a super light thing. Feel this.
Oh, it is light.
No, that's heavy. There goes my whole concept. So,
No.
it's heavy. It's very heavy. It's got...
What point are you trying to make?
Fudge is like the old school recipe. This is the traditional old school recipe. Simple ingredients, and like you can feel there's like richness, there's weight in it. It's absolutely amazing. It's also not the crumbly fudge, okay?
Okay.
This is the real deal.
I'm sorry for doing that. I thought that was considered light.
Man, compared to an elephant, yes. But in the fudge world, no.
Thank you.
You can literally see the butter in the fudge. See that shine?
Yes,
That's
see
what
the
that
shine.
is. It's so good. And like I said, this isn't the crumbly fudge.
No.
We are going to be on such an energy buzz after this.
Oh.
But you want to just break a small piece?
I will. How do you even begin to break it? So you need to show the camera.
There we
that
go.
there are
Sorry,
little,
camera.
Little,
There we go.
little- so you go by. It's so soft.
It's so soft. It's so soft and buttery.
Oh.
It is rich. It is decadent.
Oh.
Ooh. This is so good. Okay.
Oh, Chef Clem, this is incredible. Oh. Okay, well, listen, you can treat your mom with a little confection affection this Mother's Day. Shop all of these incredible treats that myself and Chef Clem just tried. It's available at Woolworths. You can shop it in-store, online, as well as on the app. Plus, you stand the chance to win a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram pages and tell us the following. What Woolies treat, in fact, what Woolies sweet treat do you want to spoil your mom with this Valentine's Day? We have endless opportunities here. Don't forget to use that hashtag Woolies Mother's Day. The competition closes at midnight. That's Sunday, the 28th of April, and there are T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Now, Chef Clem, I've been talking, but I need to try the fudge.
You're going to try the fudge. Then I want to know from you, what would you pick from the bunch for your mom? What would you pick for yourself?
Okay. My mom loves things with nuts in it. So I'll definitely do
That's the ginger.
That's the ginger. I'll do the hazelnut. So the dark chocolate and hazelnut shortbread that we had, that will definitely go into the goodie bag. I also think she would like the cherry liqueur.
Yeah.
You like that one. I personally love the sweet things, so I am here for the fudge.
The heavy fudge.
The heavy fudge. I'm sorry about that, but my favorite is the millionaire short square.
Oh, it's so good.
Whatever it was called.
Same. Millionaire shortbread for me too, and go and try that heavy fudge. It's really good.
I'm sorry.
8 o'clock it is. Let's take another look at your news in your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Starting nationally, SA's passenger rail agency, PRASA, says it's on track to recover and rebuild the service and rail infrastructure in the country. This comes as the 200th new high-tech train is set to launch in Cape Town. Transport authorities have also restored 31 of 40 lines nationally, and nearly 300 damaged and vandalized stations have been refurbished. Improved signalling, new trains that run more frequently and with greater safety. National Transport Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga says these are some of the strides being made in the overhaul of the country's passenger rail service. Now, another national sports coach is to receive an honorary doctorate. The Cape Peninsula University of Technology has announced that an honorary doctorate's degree will be awarded to the coach of Banyana Banyana, Desiree Ellis, tomorrow for a contribution to women's soccer. Last year, the team reached the second round of the FIFA World Cup under her leadership, and the Order of Ikhamanga Gold was awarded to her last year. Earlier, Northwest University announced that an honorary doctorate would be awarded to Springbok rugby coach Rassie Erasmus. Now on to international news. The UN has asked Britain to reconsider sending asylum seekers to Rwanda. Yesterday, the British Parliament passed legislation to allow the migrant deportation scheme to begin. The UN says the Rwanda legislation is the wrong solution and will violate the country's commitment to the Refugee Convention. It says the legislation creates a dangerous precedent. Early yesterday, 5 migrants attempting to cross the English Channel to Britain were found dead near the coastal town of Wimereux in France. Now, Ukraine is suspending consular services for male citizens aged 18 to 60 abroad as part of a drive to beef up numbers joining the military. Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said protecting the rights of Ukrainians was still key, but the main priority was to protect the homeland from destruction by Russia. Russia has a big advantage in numbers and weapons on the battlefield. Kiev recently lowered the age of mobilization from 27 to 25. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said a full-scale Russian offensive is expected in the coming weeks. And wrapping things up, Kansas City is, a city that's got a new star in the U.S. His name is Jeffrey, the fearless goat, which recently found himself perched some 25 meters above the ground on a small concrete ledge just below the top of a bridge. Jeffrey's not a mountain goat, which can ascend vertical heights with ease, but that didn't stop him from climbing to the precarious perch. Now, once a resident of the KC Pet Charity, he was adopted earlier this year, but the call of the wild and to do something truly great was too much, so Jeffrey escaped. Now, fortunately, Jeffrey was saved after a daring rescue, received VIP treatment as well, and was back on his hooves, ready to embrace his next adventure, showing that he was ready to be the greatest of all time. That is it for your news on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a final look at your sport.
Now let's see who was etching their name in history in the footy field last night. Let's start with some Premier League action. There was plenty, courtesy of Kai Havertz and Ben White. They both shone as Arsenal dominated Chelsea 5-0 yesterday evening, propelling themselves to the forefront of a thrilling Premier League title race and, of course, increasing pressure on the other two horses, Liverpool and Man City. So alongside goals from Leandro Trossard, Arsenal's emphatic victory sees them now surge 3 points clear of Liverpool and 4 ahead of Man City. But it must be taken on board, the title fate definitely lies in City's hands, with 2 games still in hand. And then Liverpool with a game in hand themselves. They will face Everton in what promises to be a supercharged Merseyside derby tonight. Looking at the narrative of both teams, it's going to be a special one. Now, speaking of a special one, he's certainly putting his hand up. Aston Villa have extended the services of their sublime manager at the moment, Unai Emery, and that's up until 2027. So Emery's tenure has been marked by remarkable progress, transforming Villa from a, you will remember, relegation-threatened side when he took charge just in November of 2022 to contenders for Champions League qualification right now, and they're currently sitting in 4th in the Premier League table. Villa is 6 points ahead of 5th place to Tottenham with 2 games still in hand, and additionally they're also eyeing European success, progressing to the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League, where they will face Olympiacos, so quite a year. Now let's turn to a very important watershed case, possibly in athletics. The European Court of Human Rights has now confirmed it will review Caster Semenia's appeal against regulations mandating that female athletes with high testosterone levels undergo medication. So scheduled for the 15th of May, just around the corner, the hearings come after Semenya, a double Olympic champion, of course, won her previous legal battle against Switzerland last July, citing discrimination from the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Well, despite her classification as having, let's say, differences in sexual development, Semenya, who has always been recognized as a female, has refused to comply with World Athletics testosterone regulations since their enforcement in 2018. So we'll certainly watch that space. Likewise, as we return to the track and hopefully squeeze a few more points out of each season. So Formula One, the teams will be convening tomorrow to consider a proposal aimed at extending the point-scoring positions from 10th to 12th place for the upcoming season. So the matter is set to be discussed during a virtual F1 Commission meeting tomorrow, involving both the FIA and commercial rights holder, along with other sporting regulatory bodies. And while 6 out of the 10 teams is what they need to approve the proposal, further deliberations are anticipated. I think this is going to get a lot of interest from the smaller teams, especially. We are here for that. Well, it is the foot of a brand new day, so I suppose we should take a gander at the weather and see what those temperatures has in store.
Well, the South African Weather Service, they have issued only one warning for today, namely an alert for extremely high fire danger conditions in the Tsatsebane and the Siathemba local municipalities in the Northern Cape. Authorities urge residents to bear in mind that wildfires can be incredibly destructive, posing significant danger to both humans and animals as well as to the environment. It's therefore crucial for people to be extremely cautious and mindful of their actions. Simple precautions such as avoiding outdoor fires during dry and windy conditions and adhering to local regulations can help prevent wildfires and protect lives and property. Elsewhere, the country can anticipate warm and clear weather, albeit with some areas experiencing fog and scattered rain. Well, that is your weather update. Let's take a final look at your sunrise view. Ken from Keymouth shared this beautiful sunrise view from the ocean. What a beautiful way to start the day. Well, if you would love to share your morning view with us, our number is 063 408 8863. Here's a final look at your temperatures for today. Gets the memo. But there you go. Those are your temperatures for your Wednesday. Well, gents, there is a lot to look forward to, especially if you are playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2. Listen to this, for 25 million rand in total estimated jackpots today.
I've already entered. I'm sorry, guys. It's coming to me, man. Coming to me. No, it could actually still come to you. Don't worry. But you've got to put yourself in the line. And this is why, okay? So if you play Lotto, there is an estimated 7 million rand up for grabs. Lotto Plus 1 for 7 million rand as well. And then let's head over to Lotto Plus 2 for a cool 11 million rand. You might be one winning ticket away from being Mzansi's next multi-millionaire, but you've got to play.
Yes, you have to. So if you want to get your tickets, there are a couple of options for you. You can also, face-to-face, go in-store, greet a friendly cashier and do your thing. You can also do it privately. You've got the numbers, nationallottery.co.za, website, on your PC, subtle. Or while you're commuting on the way to work, mobile app, bing, 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 bing. Or cell phone banking, that'll work nicely. or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. Many ways to win.
Publicly or privately with the USSD?
That's well, I'm going to privately.
Dude, yeah, you want to keep your numbers a secret because all of those details is not a secret. It's available on our social media pages right now for you to go and check out. In fact, I took the morning picture this morning, so you've got the details. And you can win your share of 25 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots 2 days, but you have to play.
Good
Lovely.
luck.
Winning. In fact, talking about winners, we're going to be chatting to Color Your Plate Season 3 winners in the next couple of minutes.
And they're amazing, and you could be following in their footsteps. And then, of course, we've all got something important to think about. We'll be voting soon. Lots of misinformation going around. TikTok is putting its hand up or its dancing feet out to help really push back and bring the right information to light. We cannot wait for that.
Are you auditioning and getting ready for Tropica Island of Treasure? Well, don't let joint and muscular pain hold you back. Deep Eat is your go-to warm-up solution and SA's #1 choice.
Yes, and here's an extra incentive. The top 7 contestants heading to the island will each receive 10,000 Rand from Deep Eat. And remember, you can upload your audition with the hashtag Deep Eat and the hashtag Tropica and tag MyTropica.
Who knows, you could be competing in Zanzibar.
Yeah, it's time to reach your full potential.
Get Deep Eat and conquer the island.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, this is your feel-good breakfast show, and what a show it's going to be when we chat to these two incredible souls. Now, Color Your Plate with Ku, SABC2's exciting cooking reality show, saw some of SA's best compete for the title of Mzansi's next cooking star, and in an absolutely nail-biting season finale, the competition saw a first in its 2-season run. Yes, the decision between finalists Zelda Hennessy and Mahlatse Mate, which ended in a deadlock. Yes, that's right, and that means that it was a tie where both were crowned winners, and we're joined by the two talented ladies right now. Good morning, winners! Yes, congratulations!
A first in history of Color Your Plate with Ku, where we have 2 winners. I feel like this is such a tough question to ask, but has that sunken in yet?
For me, definitely not. I mean, she is a fantastic chef. I've tasted her food, but I mean, for me to be like standing next to her as a winner, it's unbelievable, and I should start believing in myself now, shouldn't I?
Yes, definitely. And for you?
For me, it has sunken in a little bit. I mean, I came in cocky.
I know, the confidence and the smile. Oh, that's intimidating.
You came in confident and strong.
Yes.
That's the right word. Confident. I came in extremely confident, and yeah, I was like, I'm gonna win this. So now that I did win, I'm like, I knew it.
Just claim
it. Just shows you it's all about the mindset.
It's all about the mindset. I'm big on manifesting, so the fact that I made it, I'm like, oh my God, I need to manifest more now.
Yeah, what else should you set your eyes to? I think the stars and beyond.
The stars
Listen,
and
I think it's
beyond.
that confidence that really helps you in these situations, because it's a stressful competition. There's a lot at stake. I mean, you've got your family, your people behind you as well. And Zelda, speaking of family, you're a mom, and this is more than just a cooking show for you. This was like a personal journey that you kind of undertook here, right? Talk to me about the depth and the meaning behind all of this.
For me, the meaning is like, obviously I've got my family behind
Yeah.
me. My mother is my biggest supporter right after like my husband and my son. And for me, like in being a stay-at-home mom and a wife, you kind of put others' needs first.
Yes.
Most of the time, and you lose your individuality as a woman because you want to fit into everyone's box of what that means. And that's what, like, I got very emotional on this show. I'm sure everyone knows that by now, but yeah, it's because it meant I discovered myself again. I found myself as a woman, and I could do what I love doing so much, which is feeding people with my heart and soul on a plate.
You're taking back your power. I love it.
Yes, definitely.
That is incredible. Ms. Latsi, you said that you came in confident, you came in strong. What made you decide to enter Colour Your Plate with Koo?
I am actually a pastry chef, so I bake. So for me, entering a cooking show was like, I want to challenge myself a little bit and see if I still have it. I cook a lot at home, but I don't cook a lot professionally. So I thought this would be a great challenge to myself to prove to me and my family as well that, you know, I did something that I love doing from the beginning, and thank you for believing in me as I'm doing it. And yeah, it was validating for me. Oh, I can cook. So that's why I entered it, or that's why I wanted to enter it, just to prove to myself that I'm actually not just a pastry chef. I'm a chef, and I can cook.
Yeah, well, you both can cook.
We both can
and
cook,
you both are absolutely great at it. Now, this competition, though, was quite intense, to say the least. I'm sure you're feeling it still and still recovering from a lot of it. But take me into it. What was it actually like, also incorporating everyday foods like Koo into this competition and creating these unique masterpieces?
Having to use Koo in the competition, it actually came quite naturally to me.
Okay.
Because convenience is always key. Stay-at-home mom, I homeschool my son as well. So you kind of have to like think on your feet.
Yeah.
But talking about the depths of the show, it was nerve-wracking. The pressure, because I'm my own worst enemy. You're always your own worst critic when it comes to that. So I would say I was my biggest competition, to be fair. But, you know, I came out and I did it. I proved myself, and the confidence is just right up there at the moment.
Yeah. Aglasha, was it a similar experience for you?
Yes. I think we grew up eating a lot of Koo products. Now the variety is bigger. But yeah, we grew up eating a lot of canned food, convenience, affordability, you know, nutritional, filling. So having to be able to elevate those dishes was incredible. We made stuff that we never knew we could make with like baked beans, and I personally enjoyed elevating the dishes. It was nice. It was lovely.
Well, it's always fun to, you know, be put in a position where you get to be creative with dinner ideas and whatever meal you are creating. But now I need to ask you a question. The judges, obviously, they deliberated and gave you feedback on your plates. Was there a specific comment that perhaps stood out to you and you felt like, you know what, I'm going to prove to you that that's not me?
For me, yes. 100%. I stayed in my bed thinking about Chef Ruben's comments, and I was like, I'm going to show him tomorrow.
And for you, Zelda? For me, it was like our breakfast challenge that we have. In the finale, I felt I needed to redeem myself and prove to Chef Ruben I know how to put flavor into a tomato sauce. I know how to do that, because he was telling me, like, there's just no flavor in it. Your croquettes are great, but the flavor in the tomato sauce is like, oh, man. But breakfast isn't my thing. But I did redeem myself in the finale, for sure.
Well, I think you definitely did that and some more. I want to just touch on maybe, apart from everything that we have mentioned and apart from being winners, what really stood out for you in this entire experience?
I met a lot of incredible chefs, cooks, home cooks like Zelda. And the experience in itself, it was great. Going out of your comfort zone, doing things you don't do at home, you know what I mean? Who would have thought you could make croquettes at home? We don't make that stuff.
Yeah.
Just take simple beans and just eat it, you know what I mean? So just elevating, trying new things, being creative, and most importantly, I had fun with it.
Nice.
There was never a challenge when I went home and I was like, oh my God, I'm so upset, except for one time when Chef Ruben grilled me. But yeah, I'm glad he did, because it motivated me to do better. I had a lot of fun, and I even said in the finale that even if I get second prize or even third, I had fun.
Yeah.
I had fun with it. It was a lot of fun.
And these are competitions that open so many doors for you. And perhaps, Zelda, I'm going to ask you, because you've got a young son that you said you're a stay-at-home mom, you also, you know, homeschool. What are some of the life lessons you hope your son will take from your experience to be able to be a go-getter in life and to, you know, run and chase that dream and try something new?
I would like to pass on to him that, you know, obviously education is very important, but whatever you set your mind to, as long as you feel good doing it, you know, that's what's important in life. And I always say, if you do what you love doing, you never work a day in your life. Anything you set your mind to, no matter who tells you no, you dust yourself off, you get back up, and go for it.
Wow.
I'm picturing the flour being dusted off after you've just baked that roll. Oh, but congratulations to the both of you being crowned our winners for Colour Your Plate with Coup Season 3. This is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Our winners.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to more of the bakes, more of the cooking, and more of the expertise that comes from this year and many. So again, well done. Go and savor this victory. Go cherish all this magic, and we look forward to all the incredible dishes that you serve up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, don't go anywhere. In fact, our winners are going to be taking us through various recipes in the kitchen, so stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Absolutely love that chat. Let's have another important chat right now, because you have an opportunity to do a little bit of shopping from the comfort of your own home. There are great ways to find a deal. You just have to know where to look. How about right here? When it comes to appliances, Expresso is here to connect you with the very best deals possible. And Samsung is here to provide them. So please, please, please join us tomorrow. That's the 25th of April, because we have something amazing in store for you. We don't even know the full picture yet, but it's bubbling under, and it is massive.
We don't know what it is, but the thing is, we're equally as excited. This is why, you know, even if we're on the show, we're going to be watching the show with you, because, I mean, what do you love most about being, you know, like able to like scan and perhaps click and connect to buy your favorite appliances from the comfort of your own home? I mean, there's something about that, isn't there? I think that, as you mentioned earlier, COVID kind of kept us into a space where we are at like the living room became the space.
Yeah.
But now, here's the question around that, is that doing those things from the comfort of your own home, I mean, that is convenience. I mean, are you open to it?
I don't want to go back. I just want to stay. I'm not that I'm intrinsically lazy, okay? Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine, you like the bowl? Just scan the code from your lounge, buy the bowl. No, you can't buy this bowl. It's special to us.
Yeah, this is...
but maybe you see a TV that you like. Sorry, I know it's too soon, man.
Yes,
for the TV
it's fine. No, it's okay, don't worry.
I absolutely love that, because you're in the mode. When you're at home, you're relaxed, you're thinking, you can think clearly about making your kind of shopping choices. I love that. But I promise you, I'm not lazy.
No, I know you're not lazy. Well, I mean, the future is going to be here, and Samsung are always at the forefront of innovation. So tomorrow is the day for a deal you do not want to miss. So remember to tune in to find out more. Tomorrow, it's going down right here on Expresso.
Do you think that TV in the background there was a clue, maybe?
I feel like it's a big clue.
Ooh-wee.
Come on.
Well, okay, we're going to take a moment and actually act like grown-ups for 5 minutes as we get into some misinformation that is, I think, circulating around voting. And of course, we've got a vitally important role to play next month as we do put our market down. Fortune is here to break it down for us in terms of how TikTok is going to be pushing back.
We are indeed fortunate to have Fortune here to kind of unpack that. So this lovely gentleman will be chatting to you about all of those things and how the platform itself is going to be used for something so special, and that is to kind of quell all the misinformation ahead of voting. Then, if you want a little bit of a recipe, we've got the winning Kalio plate recipe coming up. It's going to be fantastic. Beetroot hummus coming your way soon. Stay there.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. Don't let our childish demeanor fool you. We're actually talking about very serious things. Now, this is a conversation we all need to plug into right now as we gear up for our general elections in May. It's important to know we can trust our social media platforms that we use to get our news and other information, which is not always the case. Well, Fortune Mgwili Sebanda is the TikTok Sub-Saharan Africa Government Relations and Public Policy Director. I told you we are grown-ups now. And he joins us to discuss how TikTok will be tackling misinformation and promoting transparency. And he's going to do it with a beautiful expressionistic dance for us this morning. Thank you so much.
Yes.
No, don't worry. We won't make you dance. That's for the rest of your followers. Thank you so much for being at a vitally important time, my brother.
Thank you for having me, Graham, and good morning to your viewers.
Lovely. So let's start off. I mean, TikTok obviously traditionally is a platform that Graham was just jesting about the dancing, etc. But it is a powerful platform. It is educating people not only about cooking recipes, but about the fact that there are certain things out there that is unfortunately going to be there. And the credibility of a timeline is there. You're going to scroll and believe a lot of things. It's almost like belief bias that is, you know, pretty much part of it.
100%.
And so what you need to do is get people like you to intervene. So how are you leveraging that technology in order for people to be educated and to avoid misinformation?
Yeah, thanks, Carl. It's great to be on the show again. There's quite a lot of work that we are doing as a platform. I think three main ways that I want to highlight.
Yes.
First is obviously protecting our community through removing harmful misinformation on the platform.
Good.
We don't allow misinformation, especially when it comes to processes such as elections, because these are super, super important for us.
Yeah, it is.
The second way is to empower users, again, through surfacing accurate information from trusted sources, so that people can separate fact from fiction.
For sure.
This will help them, you know, make informed decisions when it comes to voting. And finally, through partnerships, you know, from partnerships with government, partnerships with civil society and industry aspects, in order to improve the kind of content that we are surfacing for our community.
Fantastic.
I love that. Straight from the source. Straight from the source.
Yeah.
And it's not often the case. We've seen very often social media being used as the clickbait to take people down the wrong path. We see it happening every single day, and reputable news platforms using this. So thank you for taking that responsibility on your shoulders. When you talk about those partnerships, who has been key in getting this balance right for you guys?
So I think there's various levels of partnerships that we have secured for this specific campaign. But I think the top one, obviously, is with the Electoral Commission of South Africa.
Yes.
So the partnership is to get some of that voter education and voter awareness information onto our platform, so that our users, when they're on the platform having fun, they can also access information around elections. But we also have other very important partners such as Africa Fact Check, the South African Human Rights Commission. So, for example, Fact Check, what they do is that they look at some pieces of content to verify if they are true or false, so that they can also help inform our moderation decisions. So that content which is not verified, for example, we can label it, to say this content is not verified, so that our users can know. That content which is verified, we can leave it on the platform. So there's quite a lot of partnerships that we're doing. This is just a small bit.
But I love it. Create these gateways. Make it part of the process that it's got to be checked before it gets there. It's simple as that. Yeah.
I'm so glad. And on that point, it's a two-way street, because you do get content creators putting things out there, but then there's also consumers receiving it.
Yes.
So are you doing things to also educate the consumer to be empowered to make those informed decisions, to say, I need to check the integrity of the information that I'm receiving, and not just go, oh, did you hear about what they're doing at the elections? I mean, are you doing that as well to empower the consumer too?
Definitely, yeah. There's actually, thanks for asking that. There's a campaign that we're running, again with Africa Fact Check, a digital literacy campaign. This is to try and build the resilience of our users.
There we go.
So we're offering basic, user education content, to let people know to think before you repost, think before you connect, and we're offering this content in various South African languages. I think I'm very proud. It's an industry first that we're actually also offering this content in South African Sign Language.
Well, wonderful. Well done.
So it's quite brilliant. Really, all of these are tools and resources for our user community, to be able to discern fact from fiction, especially at this time, which is very, very important.
That's power.
It's great saying it like this.
Yeah.
You are massive. You represent millions of people. And that is I would imagine it, like, scale with you guys must be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
This moderation process, what does that look like from the inside? How do you get that right with so much content being created? I know we're working on one lane here when it comes to the elections, but this speaks to the way, the responsibility that you seem to have taken with all your content.
Yeah, look, we take the integrity of our platform very, very seriously at TikTok. So one of the biggest investments we've made is a combination of technology as well as humans to actually moderate content. So the largest majority of our moderation processes is actually done by machines. Surprise, surprise, right? But look, we are confident in that, our machines are able to actually detect and pick out the content that doesn't meet our community guidelines. But after the machines, then come human beings, right? Machines can't read sarcasm or humor or parody, for example. So human beings will come in at that stage for also language, local languages, to actually, take out...
Because there's a nuance there that can often get lost.
There are nuances that machines cannot pick. But what we're super excited about, Graham, is that every quarter we then publish the results of that moderation. We have what we call a transparency report. So in this report, we basically tell our community that we took down so many pieces of content in the past 3 months for violating our community guidelines. One interesting stat I want to share with you is that in the last quarter ending 2023 December, we took out 176 million pieces of content for violating our community guidelines.
Sure, but the world is a polarized place at the moment.
That is staggering. But I think what's more exciting about that is that actually that 176 million only represents about 1% of the total content uploaded on TikTok during that time.
I told you, small fry. You guys are still tiny, man. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Well, I think what gives me a lot of calm and confidence is the fact that you've focused on this, especially heading towards something big like elections. It's nice to know that a company like yours is taking us, the consumers, and content creators very seriously, in that we want to make sure that we are using our freedom of posting responsibly. And I think ahead of Freedom Day, it's actually a very good thing to note, especially on a day like this. So
completely,
it's amazing. Really, thank you so much, Fortune. Well done.
Thank you guys for having us. We're super proud of the efforts. I think the most important thing for us is to be proactive.
Yes.
Try and, get ahead of the corner in order to, minimize these harms so that we can catch out the bad guys and let people continue to enjoy the platform and exercise their right to vote responsibly, making informed choices.
Yeah, empowered choices.
Definitely.
Empowered choices that look forward, not back. I absolutely love it. Fortune, you're a legend, buddy.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Just too
Thank
cool
you.
for school, man. We love it. The bottom line is you have to ultimately take responsibility for yourself and the way that you disseminate any content out there. You are the last line of defense.
Absolutely, and don't forget to exercise that freedom responsibly and vote in that particular vein. Of course, we have the freedom to do so, so let us get together and, of course, change the shape of our future and wield incredible social media platforms like TikTok in the way they're supposed to be empowering and, of course, to be educating as well. As we head to the kitchen on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, it's time to colour our plates.
Colour Your Plate with Koo Season 3 has come to an end, and for the first time ever, there were 2 winners. And I'm in the kitchen with Mtlatsi, who's ready to show us her fantastic beetroot hummus recipe.
Yes.
I know I asked you this earlier, but your love for cooking, where did that originate from?
I think it's more from my mom. I think it's a genetic thing. I don't know, my mom loves cooking too. But for me to pursue it professionally is because I was gifted with a cookbook when I was in high school from my sister, and I just started cooking on it. And yeah, that's where I was like, this is what I want to do.
Well, I have so much to ask you, so let's get all of these ingredients into the Thermomix so that we can really unpack a little bit more about who Mtlatsi is. Okay, so where do we start with this recipe?
So we're going to start, this is actually a very quick and easy recipe. Everything goes into the blender. You just blend it up.
My kind of recipe, and I love that you're using the Koo chickpeas.
Yes.
Oh, and I love a good hummus. Can I tell you, one of the best hummus recipes, and I'm hoping to add this to my arsenal, is one I got from Expresso.
Yeah.
And it's been my go-to one whenever I get invited to a braai, to the point where my friends are now like, sorry, please can you make your special hummus? And so now I would love to now have this little party trick of making a beetroot one.
Yes, and you can make one very quickly with the convenience of Koo products.
Well, I love that you have used the Koo chickpeas. You're using some of the Koo beetroot, and this is the flavored in brine. And then you've added some tahini, some olive oil, some lemon juice, as well as some spices.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
You need to keep it simple.
Because you want your hero ingredients, which are the chickpeas and the beetroot, to really shine through. And this beetroot is going to give it such a beautiful colour.
Beautiful colour. It's going to make a beautiful dipping or accompaniment on your harvest table. You're going to wow your guests with this one.
Oh, yes, fantastic. Well, see, now, while it's doing all of the hard work for us, we get to have a moment to really just chat a little bit. Are you happy with all of your settings?
I am not. I am now.
Now you are happy.
Yes.
Fantastic. Mtlatsi, do you feel like now that you've won Colour Your Plate with Koo Season 3, you're one of the winners, that there's going to be more pressure for people to expect you to do all the cooking?
Yes, 100%. I'm pretty sure my family's going to be watching and be like, we want you to make that for us. So yeah, the pressure's definitely going to be on.
They're going to be putting in their requests?
Yes, they are. It's not going to be simple cooking anymore. Now we're elevating everything.
Well, now we got to elevate it. Well, I see our mixture is done. Let's have a look at this beautiful beetroot hummus. Look at that colour already coming through.
Let's use the Thermomix.
Oh.
You need all of it.
Now, hummus is one of those things you either love it or you hate it.
Yes.
What inspired you to make a beetroot one?
The colour.
Yeah.
The colour.
Sold on the colour.
Yes. And also being able to use more than one Koo product just to show the versatility of the Koo products.
Oh, that is beautiful. It is creamy. Oh, look at that. That colour is sensational.
It is.
Oh.
So that is my beetroot hummus, my winning dish.
That is a winning dish for sure. Well, if you want to get your hands on Mtlatsi's winning hummus, it is a beetroot hummus. Head on over to our website, expressoshow.com. You've got all the ingredients, the steps to making it so that you can recreate this wonderful dish yourself.
We are going to be back in the kitchen in just a moment for more deliciousness. I'll colour your plate with Coup. Winner Zelda's going to bring us her winning recipe. It's a croissant, it's French toast. It is insane. Then Miss Brand has the best brand in the world. She has just blown us away. She's going to be giving you one more performance, a nice little Taylor Swift cover to see us out of the show and into a beautiful day. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back to the kitchen, and it is time once again to celebrate some delicious food because we're here with another one of the winners from Colour Your Plate with Coup Season 3, and we're talking about the one and only Zelda Hennessy! Pew, 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 pew. Listen, I'm excited for this. I obviously saw what we were making earlier, and another winner. Another opportunity to dive into a great recipe. You're excited for this? First time live on TV on your Feel Good Breakfast show?
I'm very excited about this. First time, but I'm feeling good about it.
I think it's going to be a little bit easier than the comp, though, because things are good in the kitchen. It's always feel good vibes, and we get to chat and gesels as always. So you're in good hands here, but take me through the recipe. What are we actually making here?
We are making my version of a croissant French toast bake. To me, this is just convenient because it's a one-pan French toast, and you can serve it to your whole family, and it's also very versatile.
Okay.
It can be breakfast, brunch, a dessert, whichever way.
And you're mentioning like kryptonite food here. You said croissant and French toast mixed up into one. So I'm sold. I think everybody else listening as well. So take me through the steps. How are we doing this?
First off, you will be making like a custard base.
Okay.
That you're going to be pouring over your wonderful croissants.
All right.
All butter croissants, of course, for that rich flavor.
Even more temptation. Bring it on. Okay.
So you've just got your eggs that's going in there.
Okay. So are we doing this thing that I've started to figure out where it's like wet ingredients and dry ingredients go separate, or are we mixing it all together?
This is going to be going over the croissant mixture.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is like the bath of goodness that's going to kind of get absorbed by this. I like it.
100%.
And then what was that, cream?
This is a double thick cream.
Oh, nice.
And then we have just a little bit of normal milk.
Okay.
As well as regular whipping cream is also going in.
So bring on all the cream. If you love cream, then you've come to the right place. Zelda has you covered. Okay, and again, there's obviously this moment where I want to touch on again the fact that you are a winner, and there was this version of you that wasn't a winner before, and now you're this winner. So what was the pre-Zelda doing in the kitchen that's maybe different now that you're a champion and now that you're going to be paying food on an elevated level?
On an elevated level. But pre-being a winner, I would focus mainly on my desserts and stuff. I could go all out crazy, fancy desserts, but you know, the cooking side of things just kind of went meh on a plate. And now, being on a cooking show, of course, you had to elevate even your savory dishes. I'm glad I got the opportunity to venture down that avenue. And I'm also just adding some vanilla to this lovely mixture.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And yes, I know for sure the family is going to have high expectations on the savory side now. No more nuggets and other chips for supper.
I think you're going to have a problem because extended family, friends, the neighbors are going to probably hear about this and be like, all right, lunch at Zelda's, supper at Zelda's, Easter, Valentine's, Christmas, you name it. So you're going to be busy this year. I think everybody's going to be calling out for requests, and rightfully so, because You are a champion now. You're a winner.
Exactly. I'm up for the challenge. Like any challenge you can throw my way, bring it on.
All right,
I'm
top at
always
Zalda's. You heard it, guys. Okay, let's get back to the recipe. Where are we at now? What are we doing?
We're adding some sugar. Of course, we need just a little bit of sweetness, not too much sugar.
Okay, yeah.
And some ground cinnamon as well.
Nice. So that's going to give it that warm, sort of homey feel. I love when we incorporate cinnamon into these.
It goes,
and then whisk it all up. Yeah.
Would you maybe want to place the berries on top of the
Certainly
croissants for
putting me
so
to
long?
work. Okay, so we're using blueberries and are these raspberries and blackberries?
Raspberries
Yeah.
and blackberries.
Nice.
Yes. But that's what's so versatile as well. You can use your favorite berries in this mixture.
Nice.
You can even add some nuts if you want a little bit of a crunch, you know.
Ooh, so we're getting some texture changes there if you want to add your nuts or your favorites like you've just mentioned, so I love that. And then don't judge me here because I know you're pretty much like a chef now with your baking skills, but is this okay? Am I assorting it in the way that you approve?
No, you've definitely got some skills there. I've got some competition.
Getting the stamp of approval here from a winner, so that always bodes well. And all the berries, right, going on top of that?
Yes,
I think we've got a nice spread already looking good, and we haven't even added the main stuff to it yet. What are you...
Of course, this is the coup peaches. As you bake this in the oven with the honey that you're going to drizzle over the top, these just start glistening, and they make you think, oh, just eat me now.
Just eat me now.
Eat me
Listen,
now.
you now playing into nostalgia for me because one of my absolute favorite desserts was peaches and cream back when I was at home as well. Do you want me to pop this on for you?
Yes, please.
I can do that for you. So I would take these peaches and would pop it literally straight in cream, and that would be my dessert, and I would absolutely love it. So now that I'm seeing what you're doing with peaches and cream, I'm like, whoa, I have not been living. Clearly, Zalda has taken it to another level. So do you want me to actually get these on here?
Yes, please. About half of the tin.
Okay, nice.
Like,
half of the tin. And do we use the peach juice as well?
No, you
so keep that
obviously
aside.
some of it is good in
Right,
there.
but we don't want to drench it too much. All right,
Exactly, because the custard needs to soak in.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh man, I could just chow this as
Doesn't
it
it
is
look
already.
beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how you're using color here. Obviously, we eat with our eyes as much as we do with texture and flavor. So seeing bright, inviting colors like this gives me an invite, if you didn't give it to me already, to say, hey, chow into this, you're going to love it. But you're going to the final step now?
Yes, this custard mix is ready.
Okay.
We're not going to pour all of it in right now, because after you pour the first lot, it's going to soak into your croissants.
All right.
Then you can add little bit by little bit as you see it's needed before you pop it in your oven.
Nicely done.
Okay,
All right, so let's go for that first pour.
Let's hope it doesn't...
Nice.
Oh, just look at that.
Yes. I'm just like salivating at the thought of this being done because, oh, you have put it together so perfectly. And yes, I can see how the croissant is literally going to suck up all that juice and all that
100%.
magic. Oh.
They're also going to bake a little bit crispy on the tops.
Okay,
while it's
nice.
in the oven.
Nicely
So,
done.
especially with a little... This is a cinnamon sugar topping.
So this will kind of almost, not caramelize it, but give it that sort of nice texture at the top as well. That sweet tooth craving's going to be met here. But wow, clearly there's a reason why you're a winner. This looks absolutely incredible, and we haven't even finished our last few steps, which is obviously getting it to bake, getting it to just set perfectly. And then the best part about it is that you get to eat it.
Yes, 100%. When this comes out the oven, you're going to, just before you serve it, drizzle about 2 tablespoons, or to your liking, honey over the top. Again, just adding to that glistening effect that kind of makes you think, I need to dig into this right now.
Now, listen, you've made this recipe seem and sound so simple. So kudos, absolutely brilliant job. This is the reason why we're a winner, and I hope you enjoyed this, Mzansi. Some more inspiration, not only from these meals, but from Zalda herself, showing you that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. If you really just go out there, take a risk, and dream big. I love what you've done here, and this is going to be delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Yes.
Awesome, thank you. I can't either.
Oh, wow, that looks absolutely delicious. Now, something else that's going to be quite delicious is Tropica Island of Treasure. It is just around the corner, and the celebrities, they are getting ready for the challenge ahead. Now, how exciting is this? We've met actress and celebrity contestant Umuhle Gela at the Aronia Day Spa in Houghton Estate in Johannesburg. And I mean, she is looking for someone pretty fierce, don't you think?
Of course. Somebody that's ready to face the challenge, that's obviously light and sort of open to everything. It's going to be fantastic. So I feel like we need to take a deeper look into what Umuhle is looking for.
Umuhle Gela is an actress, South African actress and entrepreneur. I was born and bred in the east of Johannesburg. I'm a very reserved person. I come to the spa, I really like going to the spa. Just relaxing with family and friends is more my thing. What attracted me to Tropical Island of Treasure season 11 was the fact that I grew up watching the show. I grew up really, really loving Tropica as a drink. So it's like a brand that reminds me of home, basically. As much as it's a competition and we're all competing for the same thing, I think it's very important to form genuine friendships with other people. What am I looking for in a partner to compete with? I'm sorry, but I prefer a man. I prefer a man. Please, I want a big buff guy. Yeah. Join me on the Tropical Island of Treasure season 11 and you could win your share of 1 million rand. All you need to do is to upload your audition video on social media using the hashtag Tropica and tag @mytropica, and I could see you in Zanzibar.
All right, so now you know Mutli is looking for a buff guy.
Oh.
It's very specific. So if you want to be Mutli's partner on Tropical Island of Treasure and you are buff enough, then simply submit your audition video online using the hashtag Tropica and @mytropica for a chance to head to Zanzibar.
Oh, and how exciting. You can also send through your auditions to tropicaauditions@gmail.com or upload it using the link that you can find at the @mytropica page. So you just click on that link and we'll take you directly to it.
Gets even better. The 7 chosen contestants will be given 10,000 Rand, courtesy of Deep Eat, before getting to Zanzibar. And do remember, you only have until 5 May to submit your video. So, what are you waiting for? This is your chance to win your share of 1 million Rand. And I feel like that is important to say that is smooth. T's and C's apply.
We're in Zanzibar for Tropical Island of Treasure. Are you? Did you just swim here from South Africa? There's an easier way to find fame and your share of a smooth million rand fortune. Simply upload your audition to social media, explain why you're a match for our celebs. Add the hashtag Tropica and tag @mytropica, and we can see you in Zanzibar. Buy a Tropica now and enter to be on the island.
All right, so good luck with that. Go and make your mark and go and win yourself $500,000, and then you can spend it on the things you love when it comes to making a big appliance purchase. One of those investment purchases, you need to buy the right appliance to get maximum quality. And if that sounds like a purchase you've been wanting to make, then Samsung is bringing you something extra special tomorrow, only on Expresso. The funny thing is, we don't know too much about this.
We don't.
But we know Samsung.
Yes.
And we know what they've done on the show in the past. So we know it is just going to break the internet. It's going to blow people's minds. But I've got to ask, because we've become quite discerning. We know too much now in that appliance space. When it comes to Samsung especially, what's the difference that you've picked out? If you're going to go and buy yourself a brand new TV, what should it be from Samsung?
I feel like it's appliance faith. So the other appliances that I have are Samsung appliances, even my phone as well. So if I think about it, the connectivity is so important. And I know that if one of those things that I've purchased that's a Samsung brand has not failed me, I'm going to get something else that's got an equal quality. So it's also the technology is innovative, but I do think it's reliable. That's why I choose Samsung.
Well, they've proven it, I suppose. The fact that, for me, it's the fact that I can use my phone to control things. It's the Internet of Things.
That's very cool.
I would imagine in your world, which is becoming smarter and smarter by the second, Zoe, the connectivity is a big thing for you.
It definitely is. And I mean, you want your home and life to be full circle. And there are so many cool appliances. For me, you know, I am a little bit more on the snobbish side. It's about the design. It's about the look. It's about the feel. It's about how it looks in your space and how it elevates your space.
And there are appliances here that literally you could create your space around. We're talking about a frame TV that is literally a work of art. We're talking about a fridge that is literally a work of art. Bespoke fridge that you can change panels to redesign your kitchen around and then plug it into the Internet of Things. Everything is connected. Everything looks absolutely beautiful. And they go a little bit crazy with their deals. We know this, and we are here for that. So if you can trust us, which hopefully you can after the years you've spent with us, you can trust us in saying Samsung are going to blow us away tomorrow. Something very special is going to be happening on this show. They never fail to disappoint, and the deal they have in store for you, not for us, just for you, is one you do not want to miss.
You can make It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, man, just a few moments left. That was quite a dramatic, but it's
It
been that
was,
kind
eh?
of show, man, and it's a lot of money, okay? That's why I am feeling like this. You can look forward to, in fact, you should look forward to playing Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today. Why? Because there is 25 million randellas in total estimated jackpots available today, this hump day.
That is incredible. Lotto for an estimated 7 million rand, Lotto Plus 1 also for 7 million rand, and Lotto Plus 2 for 11,000 rand. You might be one winning ticket away from being Mzansi's next multi-millionaire.
So to get your tickets, you can buy in-store on nationallottery.co.za. That's the website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can simply dial star 120 star 7529 hash. That is for USSD.
But we will keep all of those details up on our social media pages, so you've got no excuses. Go and check them out at your leisure. Most importantly, just to enter. Just get your ticket to put yourself in line to win your share of 25 million bucks in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1, Lotto Plus 2 jackpots. Play them all. I suggest you play them all, but play now.
Play now. Play.
Definitely.
Play
And
now.
speaking of play, let's get into our final performance for today.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Nina Brand. I'm going to be singing a cover of Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer for you guys.
Vive un dream, I in the quiet of the night, you know that I caught it. You bad, bad boy, shiny toy with a price, you know that I bought it. Killing me slow, out the window. I'm always waiting for you till we waiting below. Devils roll the dice, angels close their eyes. What doesn't kill me makes you want you more. And it's new, the shape of your body, it's blue. The feeling I got is ooh, it's a cool summer. And it's new, that's what I tell them, no rules, unbreakable every night. Ooh, it's a cool summer with you. You hang your head low in the glow of the vending machine. I'm not dying. You say we'll screw it up in these trying times, and I'm trying. So cut the headlights, summer's enough. I'm always waiting for you just to cut to the bone. Devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes. What doesn't kill me makes you want you more. And it's new, the shape of your body, it's blue. The feeling I got, it's ooh, it's a cool summer. And it's new, that's what I tell them, no rules, unbreakable every night. Ooh, it's a cool summer with you. I'm drunk in the back of the car, and I cried like a baby coming home from the bar. Oh, I said I'm fine, but it wasn't true. I don't wanna keep secrets just to keep you. And I snuck in through the garden gate every night in the summer just to seal my fate. Oh, and I scream for whatever it's worth. I love you, ain't that the worst thing you ever heard? He looks up grinning like a devil, it's new. The shape of your body, it's blue. The feeling I got is ooh, it's a cool summer.
Indulge in Clover's Moy River Pure Salted Butter. Perfect for cooking, baking and spreading. Elevate